2, 1.
Hiya!
Hello,
Abbathon then?
I don't know. My brain is weird.
Its name is Obs.
Back to healing the populace.
Yes.
Yeah. You can roll Sway or Command
Sway?
and invoke the roll.
I'll use Sway. Can I mean, I know I can invoke Compassionate Wardkeeper. I'm assuming I can't invoke Youth Counselor.
You normally would be able to because you have a more applicable thing, and the other Youth Counselor isn't like super applicable in the situation.
Yeah. Can I use Comforting Hug?
You know what? How about you can invoke 2 of the things on one of the rolls and 1 of the things on the other roll. One roll being for taking care of the kids, and 1 roll being for taking care of the adults.
Okay. I'll do Youth Counselor, and I feel like kids like snacks better than they like Comforting Hugs when they're sick, so I'll do that for the kiddos. So invoking 2 things for them.
Ginger's really holding the fort down.
Truly. She's doing her best.
Rebecca will take the action, thoughts and prayers.
The Bob's not there, and I as a child.
With the 2, and then I have 1 success on the dice, so that's 3. So this will go up to 12.
Would I be
Emma,
able
Nora,
to
carries
have
your
Nora
thoughts and prayers.
start a project for like
You
trying
should make a
to
new project, see how we
like
Um,
review through her notes and recordings for the grandfather sap stuff and try and like figure out what the deal is with what his authority is primarily basically looking at the grandfather sap stuff and going, hey, what's
Matthew,
his deal?
How much were you obfuscating Grandfather Sap bullshit?
What?
Didn't you get around into the archives and somehow move people around?
Not much.
There's not a roll for that. Or,
I don't believe so.
Yeah, there is.
I was considering it, but I did not.
Also, and I wouldn't be able to use the archives right now anyway.
Yeah,
because
we're all
they're in a
this is
tunnel.
going over like the
Personal experience.
etchings and the etchings, the recordings of the things we did rubbings of, the like going over his own actions
well
and
studied.
vibes.
Can you invoke anything?
Can I invoke Bookworm and or Aspirant Mystic?
You can invoke both of them.
Yeah, I'll do that, yeah.
For the adults.
And I have a good study score.
Ooh.
Okay, 1 and 2 from the 2 invocations makes 3 successes for that project. I don't know how many you
I think that
want
was
it to be.
less a project and more as a role to get information to start the session.
Fair.
And you're letting me only invoke 1 for the other half of, for my second doing of this? Or can I do 2?
What?
So I did so Findry can do Manage Plague twice, because she didn't have a save this time. You let me invoke 2 for the first one. Can I still invoke 2 if I have 2 separate ones that I think would work?
Excuse me.
What are the 2 other ones?
Yeah, can I invoke, like, my other role in a different inventory item for the second?
What are they?
So I used Youth Counselor on keeping the kids calm, and I used Snacks on keeping the kids calm. Can I use Compassionate Wardkeeper and Comforting Hug?
Comforting Hug will come with another risk.
I'm getting sick.
Yeah.
Can I get, alternatively, can I use Disapproving Look too? The second line?
Sure, 1 second.
She's already around sick people. I'm expecting her to get sick at some point.
Before you go forwards, I'm gonna have you roll.
Oh dear.
I think interface and endure.
Interface?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What am I rolling this for?
Nothing.
Not letting me know if I can invoke stuff. Okay.
It's passive.
Tired of you invoking 18 things. You don't get to know.
Okay. Interface, no successes.
Okay. Roll me endure.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
What's disadvantage?
Uh-oh.
1 success with disadvantage.
Do you only have the base dot? Because there was a 2 in that as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a 1 and a 2, but I have
Right.
disadvantage for the second one.
I can do subtraction. I'm not good at basic math. Or any math, really.
Yep.
Same.
One thing that has been noticed
Mm-hmm.
is like early on when your daughter was going and trying to find sick people. There's a bunch of people who like at one point she noticed a few people who were coughing in the streets, but didn't like show any signs of internal pain or struggle or weakness, no feverishness or anything. We need to believe that it's possible that more people are sick from this than you originally knew, but not everyone's symptomatic.
Okay.
On an entirely unrelated note, your throat's a bit scratchy.
Okay. We need to figure out management. Can I use 2 rolls on trying to manage other people?
Are you
one
still
roll
using
and
comforting
another?
luck?
Huh?
Are you still using comforting?
No,
Sure.
I'll use disapproving luck instead. I think that's better
Yeah, go
on
ahead.
adults.
Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's equally effective on both. But... so that's 4 successes.
Add them to the total.
Sweet.
God.
Listen, I'm doing my best. It just happens that my best is pretty good.
Do we have the town sheet so I can look over which projects we have going on?
So there are these 2 on the back. Please don't add to this one. And then
Just cough on some people.
no,
God, no.
there are those ones. 3 of these are on this.
Or hear me out.
three
At
are
least
all
you'll cap it right
balls.
before we finish, and then
No.
just like
No.
And
it could happen.
manage the play. And the 16 of 20 is after you just did that?
Yep.
Is
I
there
think
anything
Vera might
that
try and help
someone
with
else in town
that
could
with the
help
same like
Yeah, I'd imagine that there are
getting
some people that are
supplies,
like still
all
around
that.
town. So this managed plague is still like finding people and sending them to infirmary staff or like helping gather them and things like that. That can be used in future.
Lois would like to help with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Vera also wants to help with the managed plague. Doesn't have
your
much of her
characters
skill
are
set
dying.
aside from like
I
running
would
around
actually-
for like
I would
delivering
help.
messages or fetching
Yep.
supplies or stuff. But
The children on the
I
they
can always
run and do
sacrifice.
stuff.
yeah,
the
go run
children
errands.
cause.
And yeah,
Does anyone
we'll
else
leave
have-
we'll leave notes of information at this spot with what we need to minimize infection vectors and all that. And then
I healed my other 2 characters.
then you run and bring stuff to here,
I healed
leave
my
it
other 2
there,
characters.
and then we'll come out
And
later and
Rebecca
pick it up.
Is
sort of deal.
in the caves. We need to get them out of there so she can
What's
continue to
that be?
contribute nothing to anything.
I would assume
could
that would
help with the
probably
plague.
be navigate,
Nope.
since it's mostly about like running around town getting things that are needed.
That's neither.
Would that
But
be
But I
the-
could also
Landscape
see it
being
being
in Duntree for fire.
It's sad when she finds out that some of her children messengers have
The other 2 kids,
I mean,
Lois
they
and Vera,
definitely
could be running around town and like delivering stuff, running errands,
Basically
making
making
sure
sure
people have what they need.
the people
for
managing the
helping to
plague
manage
have
plague.
everything they need, making sure any information that they need either brought in or sent out is. They're basically the runners and go-betweens who.
Okay, sure. You can roll. Honestly, this is more endure focus. It's not a very
Fair.
difficult task.
Fair,
Just
fair.
about how long you keep on doing it.
Especially considering being ouched.
Can I get
Last
some
session.
crackers?
No.
Is
For that
it-
comment
was it
alone,
because
no.
Ellie called it crack.
I didn't mean to.
And then,
I give you
I-
a cracker.
can
you
I
just
toss
That's
in-
why I don't ask permission.
since it's
I just
endure
feel-
based, can I toss in conviction for invocation?
Yes.
Awesome. So that'll be 2 from Vera.
And 1 more from Lois. So
That puts us at 19 of 20, I think.
Nice.
Yes.
if it was
So 6
navigate,
plus-
we'd have another 2 from Lois, but no. Because I have
We'd
fucking
have another
3.
2 from Vera as well,
Yeah.
because I have 5 in navigate as
Good
well.
Oh my
lord!
God.
She can navigate.
Yeah.
Vera's
None of
thing
my
is
characters can
getting
navigate at
places
all.
and
How many
exploring
points are in the
things.
diseases track?
Can you just tell me how many to add instead? There are 8.
Oh well, it's got 6.
Okay.
More.
8. How about we add 12?
No.
Didn't it start at 5?
Yeah. You ended 3 last time.
Mhm.
We've been working hard on keeping this populace okay.
One more.
Oh, no,
One
we're
more
one
to
away.
finish it.
Is there like an
Can the
NPC
people in the
that wants
tunnels
to have
channel enough
Rover?
thoughts and prayers to help?
No.
If we make a project thoughts
That
and
would
prayers,
defeat the point of thoughts and prayers, which is that it's pointless.
I was trying to see a
But
cute.
Thoughts and
It's
prayers,
like,
thoughts
it's like
and
that
prayers.
joke magic card of the thoughts and prayers.
They're in fact
Zero
not
mana,
salty,
thoughts,
so-
draw
Yes,
0
they are.
cards.
They're not.
Prayers, 0 mana, gain 0 life.
You know the BoJack Horseman episode, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers.
You know how helpful that card would be? Whenever you cast a spell.
Yeah,
do something.
it's a whole 2 storm count, but
2
I
storm
mean, I wanted
count,
saltines was
or
in part
if
because
you
of
have things
salt.
that add to those numbers
Crackers.
for all of the 3 or 4 cards that do that.
well, I mean, adding 0, you gaining 0
Okay,
life isn't gaining.
Is that
life.
all of your downtime actions?
That's all we can do, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Brett is just removing ruin at
Yeah.
Remove all ruin is
Remove the ruin. God damn, remove the ruin.
Yes.
Alternatively, plague.
Alternatively, just bite the bullet.
Please don't. I want Brett to still
Trade
be here
Brett
when
for
Meryl
the
gets back.
not having to play.
Alright,
They have to be grumpy
I
old
could
men.
so
at best.
before weather is rolled, I need to give you some context
Okay.
of what happened over the past day or so.
Mhm.
Well, after the expedition left.
Nothing good.
Yep.
Actually, it was all wonderful. The snow cleared up and
Actually, it turns out Amon and Cass are fully responsible for everything bad that ever happened in the village, so them leaving cleared up everything. The
Secretly,
plague
Mabel-
left with us.
Secretly,
church is a
Mabel
thief.
was being channeled through Cass, actually, and everything's better now. All right, what happened?
God.
I was trying to find the right music. Give me a second.
Okay. I want to be done with managing the plague. Part of me is very tempted to be like, Yidra actually helps with managing the plague. She stays at 7 ruin and 2 health, and she manages the plague.
Oh god.
Hey,
I
I
only
tried to
get
get thoughts and
my ruin
prayers.
by
So-
half of what I have.
Yesterday morning, it was snowing again. That's nothing new. I mean, it's been snowing pretty regularly lately, and at first it was fun, but you all knew it would get oppressive eventually, and it did. It's just... you had a hard time feeling, well, cold. You would, go out for a daily errand and spend a few more minutes outside than you expected. No longer compelled to run back into the warmth of your home as much as you would previously.
That makes it harder to run errands though because it gets really, really fucking hot.
No, you're still...
Running in wintertime, regardless of it if it is in snow.
running.
The children are running errands.
Oh,
They're going to get so warm so fast.
Especially if they don't have to everything to cool
It's
them
like-
down.
after the snowstorm of that morning cleared, and your breaths not leaving frosty trails in the air, the clouds thinned and the snow did as well, leaving a mild view of the blanketed white horizon available to you, splitting it like a creek through a snowdrift, a tall, leaning tower. It's hard to tell how far away it is, and most of you wouldn't recognize it. It seems that no matter where in town you are, its position on the horizon doesn't change. It is a ramshack thing, mainly something that would look like a hunting shack, or a shack that you put out on a lake for lake fishing during the winter. It's not big. It has a little chimney and a hatch on the roof, or on its roofs. Its repeating roofs. It's one floor, apparently, stacked atop itself over and over and over again. Later in the day, some people claim to walked in the direction of that thing for either daily errands or morbid curiosity. They say they saw a lower roof poking up over the treetops, with the chimney and smoke rising from it.
I'm sneezing.
In other news,
I'm not coughing.
later that same day, there was an incident with your stew.
Not the stew.
Not the stew. The stew.
You heard
Castle.
clinking from inside your pot at one point, and upon looking to see if a rat had fallen into it, you were briefly assaulted by some bone broth. It wasn't too hard. Actually, you know what? You're not gonna have to roll on this.
What am I rolling?
God damn.
Oh my
Finesse?
god. Don't fucking murder Brett.
It's fine. You're on
Before
a
the scene
whole
even
one
starts.
health. You just need
Brett
to.
just healed.
No, Brett didn't even
Roll me
heal. Brett.
finesse.
Finesse? Oh,
It's okay, you
crap.
have one
It's
of the
fine. You
best
can
doctors
invoke
in
a
town.
lot of rolls for this.
You can
Can I invoke?
Super.
Would probably be in the kitchen, so trusty knife might be
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
and you can invoke ex-soldier.
Or soup thing.
I don't suppose a new soup recipe
Actually,
helps?
but due to surprise, no, you only invoke one thing for this roll.
Okay,
No guaranteed successes for you.
fair. I have 2 dots in finesse, so
Hopefully then you can do it. 3 twos.
Actually, you invoke both of them, but at
Okay.
disadvantage of probably later external sources.
okay. So just the 2 from the invocation. It looks like because highest number.
Okay, that
lowest
gets
number
you
was
to a
a
partial success.
Hmm.
How much room do you have right now?
I just cleared it out, but I had 10 at the start of the session. If that's what you
Well,
mean.
gain one more.
In addition to 10.
So is it 11 then?
Oh, wait, what?
Clear? So would it be the?
What you cleared.
You cleared it.
Okay, so one ruin, and do I roll that?
Yeah, you were
Okay.
attacked by a collection of chicken bones.
All right.
That jumped
Okay.
out of your
Okay,
soup.
if you go down from 1 to 0, do you gain an additional, survivors thing?
No.
4.
Not a
Not
problem at
relevant.
all.
Never mind. You don't need to answer that question
No,
yet.
because you get one for going to
Not
1.
yet.
You wouldn't get one for going to 0.
I don't know. You get an injury for going to 0.
It was
Yeah, that's
easy
not
enough.
an upside.
It was easy enough to dispatch, but in various other places in towns, other people had similar stories.
Oh no, the zombies are coming for us all.
Apparently.
The
Good thing I live a strict diet of wheat thins.
It's not a
Canonical
food
weakness.
here.
that's
know
just
what
Matthew.
the-
in real life.
I don't actually know.
That's Matthew.
Wheat thins are mid. What the fuck does old man Henderson eat? Paper.
He's dead.
Honestly, probably so much cheese.
How are old man
It's
Henderson's
aged food.
I mean-
rule would be most likely.
Just like the rest of them, holding on by a thread for the last 100 years.
And root vegetables.
Yep.
I don't know. I was saying it normally, and I was like, "This doesn't sound weird enough for Henderson."
I mean,
to
given
have
that
said
he's
it.
regularly available, soup is offered pretty
True.
constantly.
True.
That's
Yep.
just who Brett is.
Yeah. I'm not taking a weird zombie soup.
In other news,
I'm
After-
gonna become a vegan.
so what was the name again?
Gonna need you too.
Whose name?
Who?
One second, I'm looking for an NPC's name. The mother of the bunch of children?
Maggie Good?
Yeah.
Margaret Good?
Yeah.
Maggie Good?
Oh, you changed her name to Maggie.
Yep.
It's a nickname. It's a common nickname around town.
Okay, so
That's the name of my grandma's dog.
when Maggie Good was out looking through her root vegetable stores to check for pests and such, she did fight off some rodent skeletons.
Don't take one of my healers from me. No.
No.
Don't take a mother of like 11 children.
She got like a nasty scratch on her arm, but it wasn't too bad. But what was surprising is what happened when she ran back to town.
Is
Her fields are sprouting.
What? It's
The
not
snow was gone from around her fields, and they were sprouting.
Mabel's messing with her seasons. It's bad.
that or
Snow is
Fallen Lake
ice,
Ascendancy?
and it's
No.
hot.
probably not.
Or at the very least, it's not cold.
It might be a fight between
Sap.
Sap.
Well,
and-
yeah, but winter normally comes. I feel like this would still be like it's a bad.
How far
winter.
into
I was
winter
wondering if
Before you
Mabel
guys
did
roll
would we be
weather,
already?
remove what's your negative conditions right now? In weather?
in weather.
I'm sorry, your village stats.
Negative ones.
Mhm.
Winter has come. Food, trade, and labor.
Okay, remove the negative one on food.
Wow, you're being nice to us.
I mean, we
There's
did
more
get,
play
we
than
did,
Grandfather
we did
Sap.
draw Grandfather Sap's attention to the problems going on.
There's
That's
also
true.
more at play.
I think it might also be related to Fallen Lake Ascendancy because, like, Grandpa Sap kind of has been fighting Mabel already, probably.
Yes, but we've
I
gotten
think there were
his-
mentions of somebody being here.
Grandfather Sap's been fighting the territory. He hasn't been caring about you guys individually.
But then we
Never
talked, and he
has.
likes Seth now, so
Yeah, but
Additionally, he is going to make sure that
I think
spring
it's Fallen Lake
comes when it
Ascendancy.
is supposed to, unlike several years down the
Well,
line.
yeah, but winter has come is still a negative condition we have. So
Yes.
if it was the start of spring, I feel like that's the one that would have been hit.
Probably, yes.
It's not the start of
Um,
spring.
I know it's not the start of spring, but I'm saying if it was.
But we've got that whole thing with whatever Sap's doing. Plus,
Falling on weather.
we may have gotten the attention of
Yeah.
several others to fight back.
The
I
next
have no
day,
idea what the fuck I've done with the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy
the
thing,
bucket
so-
was unable to be risen from, pulled up from the well.
Oh boy.
Did it get frozen down there?
Yep.
Does dropping something large and heavy into the well do anything to break the ice, or is it like thick ice down there? That'll need one of us to-
People were eventually able to thaw it out, but that is an unusual occurrence, especially considering it's not that cold out right now.
just drops like
That
something
doesn't
on
affect us
fire.
having
Like,
water,
it's
though,
like
right?
No, it doesn't.
cinder
I
block
was
or
another weird occurrence.
Not, not a cinder block, but like a paving stone or something.
Heat it
We
up
don't
and
have a
then
surplus of food, right? We just don't have a loss of
It's
it.
neutral now, I
Is
think.
it
Yeah,
neutral?
usually now.
Okay.
Um,
Just making sure.
Later in the day, after you'd broken up the ice and you got the water flowing again, someone pulled up the bucket from the well to find a lily pad in it,
What the fuck is
with a
happening?
flower blooming in full.
Okay, this is definitely Fallen Lake Ascendancy stuff.
Fair enough. I don't know what they do, but
They make plans.
that's fair. We now have 3 different spirits of the land fighting in this territory.
Yeah.
Plus,
4.
I
Oh,
don't.
yeah, the other guy.
We've got
Hashan.
Lightning guy.
Mabel's also Spirit of the Land.
Is she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why
I mean,
there-
not
there was a
Mabel the
big
person, but
okay.
Or she's
I thought she was like a separate kind of thing because she's
It's a
dealing
spirit of
with
the land trying to move in, and they claimed Mabel as a
I thought she was
contract
something
with them.
else
Spirit of the land
because-
trying to re-emerge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a
Okay.
spirit of the land.
it was buried
Okay.
when the whatever the zombie nation was called.
That's why it has a little spot in the middle where Grandfather Sap and Fallen Lake Ascendancy Spirit are both trying to hold it back.
I didn't realize that was a spirit of the land. I thought there was some other type of spirit.
No.
Okay, cool. So we have Sap, Fallen Leaf,
Hot
Mabel's
ice.
shit, and Zappy Dude.
Yep.
What's that be, dude?
Hashan. Lancelot.
The guy we tried to screw up last time, and we just ended up taking a bunch of our characters out of commission.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ashan Ottawa,
No!
We did piss him off.
This music's
Okay.
not for him.
Yeah.
Before you get to that,
No,
I would like to
we're
send
still
him a
doing stuff.
letter.
You know what, sure, let's do that first.
What exactly are we saying?
I would like to give you a birthday gift. Please include your date of birth.
I have-
Could you also include every significant event of your life within the last 20?
I have a question, by the way, relating to this. Would Findry have heard about the occurrence of the kids trying to fuck up the thing and then
I
in
have to
turn get it
imagine-
Everyone heard about it.
destroyed?
I have
Okay.
to imagine
I think
the
Findry would
town's
also
leader
probably try
almost
and send a letter
dying
too.
has got to get some amount of notice among this town. Also, real quick before I resolve that, because that's going to take some thought.
I think Findry will also
Okay,
send a
here's,
letter.
anything that happens in public in this village is known by every member of the village with varying levels of
With
accuracy.
varying levels of accuracy, because I'm still the news.
One of the kids punched him in the face.
Yeah. Hendersonson will send information to the church and only the church
Okay.
of best practices to deal with the undead. What we learned up in the cottage and such. And anything else we've been able to put together.
Findry, independent
Why the
of Henderson,
fuck does
doesn't
he
know
know
that this
that?
letter is being sent, is also going to send a letter to the guy.
Yeah, no, I'll send a letter to the guy.
Their names are too close, I cannot remember which is which.
Hashan?
Hashan.
Hashan Antalot. Hassan.
Isn't it Havashan?
Habashan.
Havashan.
Habashan.
We'll send a letter
Thank
to
you.
Havashan.
Habashan, okay.
I'm just going to call him Zappy Dude because I cannot tell the difference between any of the names.
Just call him Hendersonson. That's
I mean,
easier.
Hendersonson and
you.
Zappy Dude.
Yeah,
I have no idea who the
exactly. You can
fuck his
differentiate
actual
between
name
that
is, and I
easier.
don't care.
You can send Joy
He's
first.
an
while I
asshat.
Figure out exactly what I want to say.
That's
Alright.
why it stands for him.
I'm also assuming Findry has heard the I want a house claim basically.
Well, yeah, he's just like, I want this territory to be undisputed, and you guys
It's like, no, fuck you.
disputed it.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
It was also right next to her house, so
Yeah.
she kind of has a little bit of say there.
It's like, dude, fuck off.
Just my brain immediately goes, we should get the HOA involved.
You are the HOA.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We
Yeah.
have no power.
I think out of anybody, Emma's the HOA.
That's true. You're not around.
Yeah.
You can't HOA.
The HOA is returning, though.
I make you pay me a bunch of money, and we don't do anything. And I tell you your house looks ugly.
Actually, you know what? How about
Oh god.
now? I'll have everyone return in the middle of the second day.
And on the second day,
But yeah, no, Findry's absolutely gonna send him a letter.
So everyone from the town gets back in town while everyone else is chattering about awakened bones, nasty chicken soup, and fields growing in the middle of winter.
Seth immediately, this is bad. I think I grabbed the first kid I see and tell them everything. And I was like, well, I gotta get going. Wait, I have to talk to you first, that's Seth.
Oh my god.
You can't say anything. You can't say how long we've been gone. There's no time has passed. I let her know she's better than me. You have to not say how long we've been gone. I keep that part out. I don't talk about the time thing.
Just two things you don't talk about: time thing and what exactly happened. In
Oh yeah,
that,
I don't
like,
talk about
thing.
grandfather's staff, I don't think. I meant like in the cabin.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, we met God.
We met God and he gave us a cool night. I do have to tell some kid, and I saw.
I just want you to know, Cass is going for that knife of yours once he gets back in town.
Oh dear.
You all got until
That
he
means
gets
you
back.
have to come right before she gets back, if you want it.
You lose possession of your sap-given items
Oh, dear.
upon the moment.
Meanwhile, I've like compiled stuff for Cass because I'm like, Cass will be interested in this. I know. I rooted for her when we were voting for the who's gonna make it up the mountain first.
She's gone.
Yeah.
And then
I
Vera
asked
pulled
Laura to make
shenanigans by
double.
falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I did pretty good for not having magic assistance. Alright, so your letter to Hashan on block?
Yeah. Havashan.
Havashan, whatever. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
Zappy dude.
Findra's gonna write a letter to Havashan on block, mostly because she can't fucking leave the plague thing, especially with her throat being sore. So she's gonna write a letter basically saying, she's also gonna write a letter to Brett that basically says like, hey, I told him this. And it's, the basic composition is going to be, I don't know what to call him. Dear seems strange.
My beloved.
No.
No.
With a comma after dear.
Dear neighbor.
Yeah. No, I think it just starts with Havashan Antulak. Just classic start. My sincere apologies for the occurrences of the other day regarding the children of the town. Unfortunately, I was not able to be present to step in and cease their actions due to my preoccupation with dealing with the plague currently affecting the
Don't tell him
other
our
citizens.
weaknesses.
He already knows.
No, I know.
He's
I'm
in
kidding.
town.
I'm kidding.
Caring for other citizens of our small hamlet. I would deliver this to you in person, but I do not want to risk exposing you to sickness. So I hope this letter finds you well.
And then he coughed on it a couple times.
I'm not going to cough on it a couple
Pass the letter
times.
around to every plague victim.
No.
Just
Oh
have
my
him lick it
God.
a little bit.
You gotta seal the letter somehow.
I mean, actually, probably unthinkingly about it.
What?
I don't think she was
Like
thinking
licking
about
the
it. You gotta
envelope to
seal
seal
the
it?
letter.
Okay,
Oh, you-
first off,
Okay, you,
first
no,
off,
no, you guys
we
don't have
absolutely
that.
do not have letters that come pre-sealed with glue.
Well, yeah.
We're still in the
no,
wax
that
stamp
would be
era.
the wax stamp.
Yeah,
just
probably.
lick it
It's a
to
nice
push it
wax
together.
stamp.
Or roll it up and
Give it some
Probably.
waterproof too.
Probably, yeah, I think so. And then just like
Just
set it out, and then like go back, and it's like one of the kids. They're
Pretty
scheduled
much.
to come by and like deliver things occasionally, so like they'll pick it up and send it to the right person.
Yes, and the kids who
Vera just like
I
looks
have-
at the lettering on the tube and just goes,
Chuck it over his-
oh boy.
Anyways,
Just give it to a goon. You've got generic utility children.
Generic children.
generic
the letter basically goes my apologies for their disturbances. I am happy to extend the use of my own home while I am outside of it. I can arrange for my daughter to stay in the elders' hall for a time while you need the area. I've also sent letter to the head of the town council, and they are aware that I've made this offer to you. So please do not worry about being bothered anymore, at least as far as I can manage on my own. Sincerely, Findry.
Findry doesn't know
Basalta
this.
Silva. And also sends this letter to Brett.
Findra gets no reply.
Well, yeah, I figured.
If it's one of these two, it probably got chucked at him though.
I think
Probably
there's probably explicit.
Here's a
incentives
letter
on
of
the-
peace.
on the like little thing outside, and
I'm gonna
it's
throw
like,
it through your
and
It's
it's
window.
just like
uh,
leave it at the
and it's
door
like,
and like
Eloise
throwing
Rivera,
pebbles at the
please
door
give
from
this to
afar.
somebody else to
He's got an
deliver.
electric fence set up at this point.
I feel like you guys respect, maybe you don't, but I feel like you guys respect Findry enough to be like, okay, we won't
No, it's
desecrate.
basically like, Eloise Rivera, if you two are the ones that give this to this person, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Please find somebody else that is on neutral terms to give this to him.
Okay, that's good.
Heads off to just like brings it to like as close as we're going to go without just. Eloisa would be so tempted to just chuck at him if we're in like throwing
you want
distance.
Findry to be
So,
disappointed in
He's
you.
inside a
right
windowless
outside of that
metal
distance,
room.
hand it off, and then be like, okay, sure. I will respect Findry because I actually trust Findry.
The power of youth counselor.
And being a good person.
Yes, that is also true.
Who's not trying to take over our area with some
I'm actively
god
fighting
from
a
somewhere
plague.
else. Yeah.
Henderson's letter will start with a formal greeting from
I wish both your letters are written in the, like
in his tongue. Yeah,
because both of you
Yeah,
can speak
Absolutely.
I can't speak it, but I sure as hell can. I can speak it okay, but I can sure as hell read it and write it.
I can't speak it.
Hassan probably could only speak like 5 languages. The man can read and write like dozens.
Also would like to note, Fendry would write it in his language, not only to be kind to him, but also to make sure that these two can't read it.
Exactly. Same thing. I don't want any messages written by damn letters. I will start with a formal address.
I don't want them reading it and being like, no! Not letting that happen.
I believe your enemy and my enemy are not so different. And the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So as your friend, I would like to share some information. The town is currently besieged by a being of necromantic origin.
But they already know this.
He does not.
I think he does.
No,
doesn't he?
He's kind of isolated.
Yeah, he doesn't get the information. Who goes to yell at Ashad Angelak? Hey man, there's some zombies! He doesn't get the news.
No.
A being of necromantic origin that I came here long ago to kill.
Definitely too loud.
I will help you hunt your quarry, and in exchange, I request assistance dealing with mine.
The same person?
Well, to be clear, I'm asking him to help me fight Mabel if I deal with, or if I help him deal with his thing. And I will send him a 1/4 pound of sugar to sweeten the pot, just as a sign of respect.
If I send him anything, it will have plague on it. So.
I'm not letting go of that 2 pounds of sugar. That's like all my material wealth. Unless this motherfucker wants a book he can't read, we're not.
Wait, so you're offering...
I'm telling him that we both have beef with a certain being. I will also tell him that the town is more likely to allow him to continue his efforts if he makes an effort to assist us in this venture of removing Mabel.
Yeah, I get it.
Can we roll sway on that? Should we?
I don't really want to roll sway.
Your sway sucks.
I can lie to him.
That's deceit.
I can put a lie in there.
By
Dear
the way-
old man Henderson. Boom, it's a deception check.
From
No.
He already knows my name, so there's a level of gravitas associated with that. Some people remember their elders.
Do we
And it's
want
probably
to roll
written in your
anything on
Bible.
this? That's interesting.
This isn't the first time I've killed major adversaries in your church.
What?
No, never mind.
Do you want
Yeah,
us to roll or no?
Wait, sorry.
Do you want us to roll on this or no?
No, I don't think I will.
We're giving information.
Neither of you are given explicit replies. Meanwhile.
Oh, I will also invite him to come to my home.
Okay.
I will not.
Well, you kind of.
You told him you can have my home.
I won't invite him to sex.
I'll invite him to.
Well, you
fuck,
should.
what's an old man? What's an old man
Oh.
food?
Tea,
What's an
I want to say tea, but that's also so boring.
Soup.
crumpets.
Jesus Christ.
Why are they just British?
I'm not British. Technically,
We're
he's-
Egyptian.
Weapons!
No, he's even further afield. What ethnicity is the Sayo people?
I believe it was.
Presumably Sayo.
Like,
Like,
we-
arguably, you should be giving him something.
I think it's
from
closer to
Israel.
Arabic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we live in a desert, so there's some level of we look Arabic no matter what you gotta do. You live in a desert, you're not gonna be white. It's how the sun works
Yeah.
on a generational scale.
Yep.
Regardless, I will offer him some, not fancy, but some, tea equivalent. Tea, coffee, I don't know.
Steeped cactus noodles.
Okay.
Where the fuck would I get
Noodles
those?
are steamed.
So,
I haven't
I mean,
been
they
there
can be. They
in
probably have
600 years. I need close things.
Yeah,
roll
you
weather.
Dry.
We have to roll weather, yeah.
Remember, we're not doing horribly.
I know, we have a question.
We have +1. Holy shit.
So,
so fucking
And
good.
it's a skill of 3. So
3!
two-
We got a bounty! This is the second time this has happened in this
Back to
campaign!
the sheet so we can look at the things available.
Bounty. All characters remove all ruin. All characters heal 1 HP or make progress on a track.
Can we choose? So we don't just all remove 1 rune from all of our characters that have no ruin.
Oh, yes.
I can't.
Cass might have 4 health at the start of
That's
next session. It's huge!
Okay, so,
Do we choose or do you choose?
alright, no, generally I choose.
Okay.
So, I'm going to say
Make progress on play.
that all characters who have missing health regain 1 health. And all characters who do not have missing health, oh, that's an interesting mechanic I could add.
What?
Oh, just the idea of ruin armor, like the idea that like a negative ruin.
That is
a
interesting.
buffer for ruin.
Counterpoint.
Oh my god,
fix
Landy
the
now
point.
has health.
When ruin is kind of like bad luck, it's like a little bit of
You're 1 health, let's go! We're both healed!
Yes, let's go.
Brett's up to
That's
2.
6.
The shitty people in the cottage will live! What? You don't get a high five. You're actively
I
trying
do,
to
I
kill
got
us.
back up to
Let's
6.
go! Oh, okay, fine. You're not in the cottage. Get out of here, zombie ass. It's just the 3 of us dying in a cottage
Just
together.
me.
Our dying lass!
Just these zombified rich.
You know, actually,
just
yeah, that's
offering
super
high
cool.
fives outside the door.
Fortune is now a mechanic.
Oh my god.
I'm going to,
4chan?
yeah.
No! How much 4chan is there?
You're all gonna dox government agents.
Is it like minus
This
3 or
isn't
gain of
War
ruin?
Thunder's forum. They gotta stop doing that. It keeps happening.
Is it like
Oh, this is
minus
kind
2
of
ruin?
It's happened like 8 times.
Yeah, it's
They
a,
need
yeah,
to
effectively
stop.
negative 2 ruin.
-2 ruin?
So if we get 1 ruin. So if we get 1 ruin, it goes down to -1.
Yeah.
But if we get like 3 ruin, it goes to.
Oh my god, Henderson can even maybe take a full 5 rune without dying immediately. We did it! It's almost as good as having 5 health.
Wait, how the fuck do you mark
Just
that in
-2.
tallies?
I put fortune underneath, and I put 2. That's how I did it.
Tally people. See,
I've,
we
I've
have
been
the,
writing the numbers.
We're number people.
So I just wrote negative
But then Ellie was like, I recommend
1 or
tallies.
negative
You guys
2.
are doing tallies.
I just erase
Well,
it every single time
I'm
something
easily
changes.
influenced.
You can see the marks.
I have a
on
harder
my
time
sheet.
keeping track of numbers as tallies.
Or be
because
Feast. You got bounty. Feast.
Or be sweet.
They're
never
bitter
tried
first,
these
They become
before.
sweet the more you eat them. Their texture improves the longer you eat them for.
I have never tried these before.
I know
You
we
peel
neither.
these.
No.
Okay.
You just bite
take off
into
any
them?
green bit and then eat it. I like them personally, but I have a
Seth's at 6
Broad
health,
palate.
and Findry's only at 5, but Findry has luck.
I
Which
have a
is
refined palate,
so helpful
so
dealing with the
we'll
plague.
wait to see if anyone collapses in shock.
the skin's more bitter than the core.
Oh,
The
so we
inside
should-
of the skin is actually quite sweet.
I feel like I'm eating an orange peel.
It is.
I mean,
it's,
yeah.
it's a tiny orange.
It's a tiny orange.
I'm gonna finish
I can smell the
my
orange in the air.
green apple Jolly Rancher first.
No, mix them.
It's gonna be real bitter after you have something so sweet.
It
Yeah.
is. I mean, I recommend just putting the entire thing in your mouth. The skin's part of the best part. Like, the inside of the skin's the best part, in my opinion.
So peel the outside of the skin
I don't
with my
like
knife.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I peeled a
I've
lemon
never called
once.
me cocktail.
There are seeds.
I peeled a lemon once.
Oh
was
yeah,
not expecting
the
a seed.
seeds.
Whoa!
You can crunch through the seeds just fine.
Okay. So who gets scenes first?
Oh, sorry.
Not Cass.
Well, there's a series of events. The reason this music's on is because Avashan Altawak's gonna do things.
Oh, okay.
Near the end of this evening.
He's gonna come to a tea party. That's the only act he's
Please don't come to Seth's house.
Near the center of town, you would hear a peal of thunder as lightning strikes the top of its pyramid.
Terrifying. All right.
And
Here's the nice thing though. Like I know we're not a fan of having Spirit of the Land
Put your
around,
trash in my backpack.
but the Spirit of the Land that he's invoking has a habit of like stopping other spirits of the land from existing. It
all
like
spirits of the lands have
well,
a habit of doing that.
yeah, but like his ability is turning off other spirits.
So having that happen could be
That's
an
more
effective way to
resource,
fight.
yeah, I guess.
Oh, also,
I feel like I don't know.
just in case,
But that
I
also
would have
does
sent
end up
additional
being
paper
an issue if
and
he's countering
Something with my
Sack.
letter.
Yeah.
Just in
Belongs
case he
here.
isn't replying because he lives in a house made of metal and has no paper.
He'll like send you a fucking tablet or some shit.
I know. I don't need a bronze tablet.
Send him an extra piece of paper and
Just
be
an
like,
etched
"Try me
piece
and
of
whatever acronym
stone or something.
you can reply to this."
So, anyways, I imagine a small crowd
Text
would
yes.
gather up around
Do you
again.
like me? Check yes or no. That's Yashna. Unless you want to start wooing Havashan Antalak with Henderson.
No, the age gap's uncomfortable.
Good.
Henderson's like
Grief.
over 200 years old.
Henderson's son?
Yeah.
Isn't he over like 600?
Yeah, he is.
The man
but he's also
predates
over
this
200.
village by 300
I mean,
years.
that's kind of how two is much smaller than 6
Okay.
Anyways.
when it comes to hundreds.
Why is there a 60?
Anyone who gathers around would see the orb back on top, floating.
Don't you dare.
And the sparks go back and start like going between the orb and the main part of the tower at an accelerating rate. There is, as I've said, like a 7-foot electric fence around this thing very clearly now.
Did he
I
put
think
like a
Vera
roof
would
or
be watching this from
No, it
quite
just kind of has like an
afar
overhang
and-
stopping you from climbing over.
Okay. No, I was referring to people who can fly.
Most he doesn't expect a like outback village like this to have one people who can fly.
I suppose he didn't come outside until all of us were over the ground with broken bones.
Just the
He knows he flew up into the air though.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of reasons for that.
Anyways,
that's Christ.
he's doing lightning again.
yeah. And unless someone intervenes again,
Nah, more power to him.
I can't.
I think
Yeah, you were
Vera
kind of
would be
unable
watching
to.
from afar,
I'm also
probably out of a
unable to.
window somewhere.
We also know how well that went last
But
time.
Nora
Let's not
and
repeat
Vera and
that.
Alois are
still
being
concussed.
confined by Brett.
Yeah. Then,
I
if
forgot about that.
is this one after our
When did
tunnel
you heal
folks
that?
have gotten
I had
back?
ruin. I had 5
Okay.
ruin. Oh
I
yeah.
think shortly after
Besides,
returning,
it's a
Nora
whole
would see
thing
this
to-
and just go.
Cure an injury. Those things never go away. They're a condition.
I know there was some time shenanigans going on, but I don't think we were going quite long enough for
that.
What is going on now?
Well, this is Nora.
Yes, this is
Oh.
Nora.
Sucks probably
What is
there then.
happening?
Yeah. So all the tunnel group got back.
Probably has not been caught up on things unless somebody made an effort to catch people up on things.
you've always spent the entire time being interrogated by people.
Yeah.
Nori, you're smart. What's happening?
Would Nora know anything about
You've been
the
studying a spirit of the land for the past
Yeah.
like few days.
Mhm.
This time valley bullshit.
Nobody knows about
So
that.
Speaking of, I did get 3 successes on that, but forgot to ask what
Yeah,
the result
yeah.
of that would be.
I will give the information when it comes relevant.
Understandable.
Remind me of this role at future times.
Yep.
Basically, recognizing the kind of ruinage that is now visible around the central pyramid, or at least you recognize it as having characteristics common with ruins for spirits of the land. At
Almost.
this point, after witnessing 2 different spirits of the land,
There we go. What part of myself is right there?
you found
Step the table.
that the nature of the runes betrays something about the nature of the spirit of the land. For example, the musical nature of the
Fallen Leaf Ascendancy.
the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy's runes belies a more fluid and emotive / human nature than the crude depictions of the world forcefully chipped from stone favored by Holman Sap. The runes here are orderly. The borders are without brush stroke or ink drip or chipping. It is more an empirical fact imposed upon the world, given form and expression. It is unnatural in a way that only humans can create it. So, in its unnaturaliness, it is fundamentally human.
And would I know anything about the? This is the Democratic Republic of the Guildred.
Yeah.
Do I?
Oh, you came to this town, didn't you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nora is a traveling Seo scholar. I imagine if anybody knows stuff about the world in general.
There's a bunch of people here who have had some experience that were there. I'm
Now,
not sure
because
if
this
you came
question
from that area though.
for me,
Probably not specifically from there, but like
What
it
if
probably has a
what-
general vibe of what goes on in various parts of the world.
I mean, sure, the Democratic Republic is actually kind of isolationist.
Okay.
I wonder if
Generally, like they kind of have trade restricted heavily for one reason or another, and you know they have kind of a ceasefire that's just like it was never officially called, but just is like a tenuous thing going on with the with the Republic of the Guildred. Or
The
no,
Second Republic.
Second Republic. The Second Republic is generally well regarded, though some people have gripes with them due to their anti-contract sentiments, which can lead to some cultural clashes. Sometimes they're seen as Puritan zealots. Other people see them as a forefront of science and enlightenment thinking.
As opposed to the Seo, who are just book munchers in our
Can I make
secret
a recall
underground
check
cities.
for Seth for how well he paid attention to his sister telling him about her travels?
Seos are like more like honestly they're more regarded as if they're a religious group
If
somehow.
Nora's Seo, are you in Nora's history?
I don't know. Actually, they're more of a.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't know, they have different relationships to each culture. They're not like a distant.
I mean, absolutely. There's a lot of history.
Yeah.
If I hear your actual name, I might
Yeah.
throw a recall check. But
Yeah, because like I imagine he. Well, to be fair,
Okay, a bit of a
Henderson's
war
real
for clarification before we go on.
Yeah.
The Second Republic of the Guildren is often seen as like a distant thing. They're kind of like, a greater than thou empire vibes, and so people are glad the Democratic Republic exists to counteract them because they'd be a pain in the ass for the rest of the world if they didn't have to fight themselves. But they don't get along too well with other cultures. Whereas the Seo seem to be much more fluid and they get along with anywhere they go generally, unless they're in somewhere like the Democratic Republic where they generally avoid.
I'm so glad we made this out.
but to answer your question, he wasn't that renowned when he left the Seo, so I imagine it would be more obscure. Like knowledge of who he is as a person, yes, would be recorded absolutely, but he didn't have a name for himself when he left the Seo.
Yeah.
He was just kind of like a book burner and generically.
Can I make a recall check for Seth for how well he paid attention to Fendry telling him about her travels?
see if he
Like
knows
how much
anything about.
how much he knows about this? Because she definitely told
Sure, go ahead.
about stuff. It was a question of if he was paying attention.
Roll with disadvantage. Why is this 160 ascendancy relevant to this?
Huh?
Roll with disadvantage. You're never that close to them.
Not the fallen life ascendancy. This
Oh,
lightning shit.
Democratic Republic.
The DRG.
You got galactic.
Any
Surprisingly well. I did fully succeed on it. So I guess he was paying
Even with
attention to the system. That's not with disadvantage.
so partial success?
Partial success, which is still impressive.
Yep.
Paying attention to sister apparently did it very.
He would know that
I mean, siblings do that.
the Second Republic of the Guildred had a disproportionate number of artists and musicians, mostly because artists and musicians who didn't fall within a very strict paradigm for the that Democratic Republic approved of were kicked out or prosecuted or imprisoned. typical authoritarian government shit.
Which one is oppressing?
The Democratic Republic.
Ah, so the Second Republic.
Yeah, Second Republic has a bunch of people who.
And this guy's from
We're driven
the...
out of the
They're more,
Democratic
like,
Republic.
It happened like a generation
ahead.
or two ago.
What are you talking about? It's a Democratic Republic. That means they got free elections and everything.
And this
As
guy's
every
from the
Democratic
DRG?
Republic.
What?
This guy's from the DRG?
Yeah.
Meryl
Any-
probably interacted with some of them if they were out on
Are
the
there
water.
are there
They're
any
like
guesses
characters?
as to what they would what
I mean,
this
Aya knows
country
it
would
'cause,
want
Userful read about it.
from
And Amon would have
a random
Yeah,
mountain
Amon knows
in
like,
the
history,
Leviathan Roman
like,
Empire?
But like in like more. Way.
Yeah.
You know, if you haven't gotten the information yet, I'm not giving it to you now.
What
Fair.
information?
What they want on a random mountain in the middle of another country?
Yeah, you have to talk to the other NPCs to get that.
Fair.
Or other player characters.
Yeah, and
Technically,
we
I don't
kind
know
of
who
didn't
they're
get to
hunting.
do that because
I
you
just know they're
said
Republic-
randomly showed up.
Okay,
Ish.
Matthew knows.
I mean, okay,
So
we
Henderson
need to do some
said-
retcon a roleplay conversation
Nico
if you
doesn't
guys
know
want.
So what is this one doing here? This isn't exactly their territory.
Actually, who
Yet, it
of the
seems.
PCs even knows what's going on? At all?
Aya might have, but she's concussed. So that's my goal.
Vera is avoiding this part of town.
He
at the moment.
mentioned a little bit
No, Iowa could.
in front of the kids that he was looking for someone. Or that the, not someone, that the,
When we're talking to Brett later, he explicitly said
yeah,
he
he's,
gave a description of who he was looking for.
yeah, the leaf people.
I did.
Yeah.
Wait, he's looking for the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy?
Yes, he came here because the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy came here.
Did I put that in my?
Oh, I would in my letter, I would have mentioned that the spirit of the land is having dealings with Grandfather Sap. I don't know beyond that, but I can read well enough to know the gist of what's happening.
Do you know that?
What? How
Hmm?
the fuck would you know that? You weren't there.
You can see the ruins before you cross the threshold. And he's smart enough to be able to put together their language and their script.
But the extent of it is unknown.
Oh yeah, no, the extent is unknown. The extent is
Wait,
unknown.
how do you know?
But he knows that their runes were intermingled with Sap's runes, and that's all he knows.
What?
But that's
When? Where? What? No. We haven't encountered any of those.
yes, you have.
I think in the tunnels,
Those were.
there's whatever weird connection is going on between Hendersonson and Rebecca.
But Hendersonson hasn't been.
No, he hasn't.
Rebecca has though.
Sneaky bitch.
Rebecca has been in the tunnels.
So Hendersonson knows everything that Rebecca does?
Not quite.
What?
That part I
Yes,
understand.
There's
That part I
some
get.
weird connection
I
that
knew
we
this
don't
thing had a
understand.
connection. I didn't know Rebecca was like a familiar that Hendersonson could be like, oh yeah, so it's under your eyes.
There was a
But
reference to
Henderson
him making
said he,
her
like,
at
built
one point.
Well, yeah,
But
but
he hasn't said that.
I can build a robot.
I feel like
That
Not,
doesn't mean I can
not
build it through
publicly
its
to other
eyes.
characters, but he mentioned to
That's
Virgil,
true.
I made my daughter better.
Yeah, I
than
made
that."
my daughter.
Oh, those are a bit bitter.
So
I recommend not eating the peel.
I like people.
Just slurping all this stuff out.
Matthew.
The
It's not
middle
slurping.
sour.
okay, with the partial
Vampirism,
success,
but for
does
fruits.
Steph know that Yudra's from there?
Vampirism, but for fruit.
Yes, but as a kid,
Bonicula.
how she grew up,
Fruit
she didn't get much cultural education.
Okay, sounds good.
I mean, she may have had some classes about the glory of the 13.
Yeah, you gotta have some indoctrination.
Well, yeah, but also like
Yep.
yeah,
And go back
her
to sleep.
her information's mostly about like, how to.
And
Better
like how they
serve.
paved the path forwards for all of humanity, and people are blind to see
Yeah,
it.
she probably also learned like how people tend to create contracts with them, because that was part of the research too.
No,
No,
actually,
not as much. Okay.
not. That's usually a very direct relationship.
Mhm.
One of the things that kind of one of the, I guess it would be more common knowledge. It'd be common knowledge amongst those who are educated, but okay, for spirits of the land, they kind of exist on a gradient from personalized to depersonalized. Grandfather Sap's more on the depersonalized side of things.
But the 13 are personalized.
Very. It's kind of inevitability of being a sorcerer in origin, leading to becoming a spirit of the land, versus being a contractee in origin, leading to becoming a spirit of the land.
So Yidra knows a lot, but
as I was going to say, more personalized spirits of the land can support fewer contractees and be more directly involved in managing them and their connections. But can generally tailor the connections
Maple
more
isn't a
thoroughly
sorcerer that became a spirit of the
and
land.
channel more power through them. Whereas depersonalized spirits of the land can have more contractees, but it's more of a passive operation.
Maple spirit's just hard to contract with.
And more powerful.
And more powerful.
And under lock and key.
Is Maple
Plus a big thing
Is Maple
is
spirit hot?
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Mabel's
I
spirit
mean,
is.
We've
should
never
be
100%
depersonalized.
confirmed it's Mabel, but yeah, Mabel's spirit's on us.
Mabel's spirit should be a depersonalized one.
Relatively.
Yeah, whereas maybe more personalized than Grandfather Sap, because Grandfather Sap stuff happens regardless of human stuff, but Hot Ice is objectively a higher concept spirit.
Well, that's not
Yes.
necessarily.
Necromancy?
Well, no, it's a higher concept spirit, but that doesn't mean it's less personal. Like
I would argue that means
the elf
more
people,
personal.
the elf MFs.
Yeah.
They're fairly personal.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
they're
That's
also-
why I'm saying that Mabel's spirit
They're
is probably
also
more personal.
More
than
personal
Grandfather Sap.
because they constantly have one person, their king,
Well, that's why.
or queen,
but I guess it's different.
contracted to the spirit of the land.
So
and
like
gaining
Grandfather
it to
Sap
until
is
they
like
join
over here
with
on the
it as
depersonal
one, and
scale.
they get a new one. and
13 are like
it's
over
kind of a
here.
cycle.
The Fallen Leaf Ascendancy and Mabel Spirit are probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Anyways. The person who knows the most is not talking to people.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, I just got an idea for the setting. I guess I can just give this information to you guys as players. It's a bit of a digression, sidetrack. But the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy actually has 3 people at any given time contracted to their spirit of the land.
Tristani.
Current king, previous king, future king.
It's more like crone, mother, maiden type deal.
Shut up! I'm trying to hear Ellie. What did you say?
It's more like a crone, mother, maiden type of deal.
Okay. And the mother is the king? Or?
No, the crone.
The crone is the king.
The elder is the king. The mother is usually goes out in the world and does the will of the kingdom, and the maiden is in training.
Okay.
When the oldest one ascends and becomes part of the spirit of the land, they all move up a tier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
And
a
they find
new
somebody.
maiden is chosen.
Cute.
That's fun.
That's like the Vestal Virgins.
What?
In Rome. Rome's Vestal Virgins.
I have no idea what that is.
They're people who kept care of Hestia's farm.
Ooh, those guys.
They would be in groups of 3. I think it was
I wish I could.
I think it was person in training, person actively caring for the architect, person who was graduated from being a Vestal Virgin because they got old. And Hestia says, young maidens only, please. And also they better be virgins or else I'll bury them alive. And they did get mad at the men who they would stop being virgins with too. So props, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
Treated
offering him
equal.
figs. That's, I guess, our Seo treat.
Giant figs.
500-year-old.
Oh, that's good. It's pretty much just caramelized figs. Yeah, that works.
Aged.
You leave them in a jar with some sugar, and they just never go bad.
They just still didn't show up at your house though.
Well, I know, but they're around.
No, it's only been a day.
I've had these
And
for
you guys
500 years.
you guys-
I think they'll
They
stay.
expire
Been
tomorrow.
saving them for a special
You guys also
They'll keep.
you guys distracted me from the whole mini monologue I was in.
Sure,
What's
sorry,
gonna happen
sorry.
with the whole thing, wanting information about things that aren't entirely relevant. Never mind, I can't blame you. It's my fault.
You got distracted too. Arguably, you got distracted for starting to tell us about fallen leaf ascendancy.
So, anyways, as the electricity starts to strike more, eventually the runes flare to light, one by one, as lightning arcs out from the orb
What the hell is
atop the
happening
tower
to you?
to the individuals.
Why are you still eating them?
Because I like them after they stop being tart.
I love sour things.
They're like bitter and sour, and then they get sweet.
Sour. It's not the sour that's doing it. It's the tartness.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it's hilarious to watch you eat those, so keep it up.
Okay, so eventually, when all the runes are alight with electricity, one final lightning bolt comes down from the sky, except to everyone's senses, it seems to be in slow motion. You can see the roiling energy arc through the air. You can see the air particles turned to plasma in its wake. You can see the distortion of its crackling, unrelenting heat. You can see that where it originated from, instead of being from a cloud, looks like a small hole in the sky. Rimmed by blinding light and copper. Eventually, this branching bolt comes down and converges upon the orb atop the pyramid. And unlike previous times when the electricity would dissipate, not a spark leaves it after the bolt hits the orb. It jumps from being a dim, dull iron to being pink hot in a moment's notice. And then there's silence. The runes stay alight around the circle, and the door opens. Out from it, Havishon Otwalk steps and gazes up at the orb, now nearly molting, still with the runes glowing a slightly bluish color upon its surface, floating above the pyramid. He takes out what looks like a small magnifying glass and flips through various lenses while gazing at it. He pulls up, within his other hand, a strip of paper which has various colors on it, as well as some words you can't quite make out. He proceeds to run a few more tests before he nods to himself and raises his staff and starts to chant. Now, anyone who could speak his native tongue might be able to catch a few words, but it seems to be a dialect even further divorced from that of the common Democratic Republic of the Old.
He's speaking fancy.
It emphasizes consonants to an absurd degree, almost as if legibility through distortion is the main goal of the dialect. Among his words, you hear what sounds like, I guess the national anthem, or like the pledge to the kingdom, spoken among the Democratic Republic of the Gilded, but it is altered, and a name comes up a few times that he once before mentioned. Eventually, the runes unground themselves from the floor, and as they are in a pentagonal shape. The physical runes are still in place, but a glowing version on the ground itself. And then another glowing set on the ground itself, maintain its form. And eventually they start walking together to form a pentagonal prism or dome around. Because the pentagon's alone can form a prism, right?
Yeah.
Soccer balls have that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, that
I'll do
one.
it!
For the sake of obs, I'm holding up a D12.
Yep.
And then anchoring itself on the original one on the ground. And then, with the final few words, he slams down his staff, and the orb comes and floats down to the top of it, and the prism starts to shrink down, centered upon the orb. What was it?
This was really sour.
I'm not real
Curious.
And then with a final burst of light that leaves purple spots dancing in your eyes, the prism rapidly converges upon the orb and is left anchored to it, each of its vertexes touching the orb at their center points. Or at edges, not vertexes.
Bold of you to think we understand the difference.
I don't.
You basically imagine
I don't care.
taking a sphere and blowing it up, and you have a frame that's just made of the edges of a D12 without any of the center planes. It's just like kind of like you take sticks to construct a D12 without any of the center bits. And then you took a balloon and blew it up in the center of it.
So it'd be kind of outside of the.
Yeah, some of the parts of the sphere are outside of the prism, but you guys would need to know exactly. Yes. That's what's going on. And then it is done. What? You had to build a fence. Yes, I'm sorry.
Is this him speaking
to himself?
Curious.
The locals were, yes, they can deal with that. You should really keep that in mind. Did you give them the bribes? Yes, I gave them the bribes, and they did. Well, then what was the problem? Oh, it wasn't religious stuff, was it? I don't think so. Are you displeased? Oh, no.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, they're all watching. Oh, how quaint. This must not be very exciting around here.
Oh boy, you have no
I
idea
assume
what
I'm
the
not here
fuck
until
is
I'm on house
going on.
arrest.
Yeah, you're on house arrest.
I mean, as was previously established.
No.
I don't care enough to come.
Okay.
Rebecca's there.
Who is not here? I think is the better question.
I'm chilling with my homies.
I have
Bert
a
and
child
Ernie.
and a very old man.
Ernie's injured. He's your guy. Bert, your guy's good.
Yeah.
They're not getting any of my figs.
I think Nora would be the only one of my three
They're buried.
who's here.
Yeah, I think
Brett's trying to
Because
recover.
Yeah.
Brett is on stay in this cot and heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Has-
Cass
has
is
been
here
forced to do
actually.
that.
She's
No.
giving.
Vera is probably grounded.
Well, anyways, you guys just got to
You've
know.
been grounded by Findray.
All of you
Yeah.
just need to know this
I mean, her
here.
parents as
And you can
well,
speak up at
certainly.
any time at this point. Did you speak up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Marrow was asking who the fuck he's talking to.
Oh, and then he continued to talk to himself and ignored the question. Yes.
Interesting.
No, I just
Part of
laughed
me
at
wants
them.
to have Idra here because like she knows the most about this situation, but also she's
Yeah, Nora is just like copying down the runes that she can see and making notes on this process.
Babysitting Aya and also Brett.
Yep.
Oh,
Raya.
I forgot to mention a very important detail, actually. The
Idra
orb in the center of the room
channeling her mom.
looks to be made of glass now.
Ooh.
You can see through it, and it looks to be a window to some kind of laboratory full of arcing currents.
Man, I want to be
bronze
there.
And brass and things in tubes twitching.
Fucking, it's too important. I need Idra to be there. She's the only one that knows anything.
Be there.
Rebecca,
I
if
know I
everyone's
need
kind of
to
gathered
remember
over here, Rebecca's over here. She doesn't really want to be here with any of you, but this is too important for her not to be present.
So, what
Yeah,
what do you
for
know
your
about
dad
the
to
query?
sit
What have the locals
No.
told you? I can't imagine one of their
Rebecca's a
plan
whole
to go to this
person.
area without leaving some imprint. I have been working to call you forth since I arrived. Oh, well, you didn't even sit in their little inn with them, have a drink, talk. I thought it would be
He
a
wants
waste.
to be like, no, he didn't.
No, he did not.
We are like 15 feet away from this man.
Yeah. I mean, imagine that fence was like 5 feet out from that, so maybe 20.
Mara would
You're not
be
like,
closer
no, he
to
did. You're like, no, he didn't.
I mean, Idra wouldn't say anything anyways.
You'd be yelling at the
Neither
top
was
of your
it.
lungs. It's like a pretty large distance to
I'm
be
still debating whether you just
stage
say it or not.
whispering at a man.
Yeah, from what I've heard, he's basically just been mining and mining and mining and then built this thing.
Are you really
God,
trying to get him in trouble with his goddamn?
Tattletale.
Annoyed the local children and then this.
What happened?
I think it's the local children annoyed him actually.
I mean, as far as
What did the children do?
You know,
the reason
Auntie,
that
you
they're
need to show
currently-
more initiative.
Well, for one thing,
I was
his actions.
working to call
Well,
forge the connection so I could not fear being surprised and killed by the
children.
targets.
Why the children?
What's life without a little risk? Well,
Says the man not here.
Mhm.
what's done is done. Let me talk to him. Let me see what kind of folk these are. You said their children were rowdy? Good. The Empire needs new spirit. More spirit. Or,
No.
No.
Welcome to being contracted. You choose the Leviathan throne or these guys. We're being colonized, baby.
I always think colonizers.
Just very,
I really do want you
very
to here, but
old man just,
Brett's gonna try and leave the Elders' Hall and Idra isn't there to say get back in bed.
yeah.
We all know it.
Brett would be here, so it wasn't preventing him. And he's
Yeah.
gonna rush a shot onto him with a knife.
Idra just instinctively in the back of her head.
I mean, I would like to
Should
think he's
be
old enough to have
somewhere.
learned a lesson by now.
He'll throw the knife this time.
Yeah.
Made of wood, you see. Like those guys trying to fight Magneto. Get bows, wooden arrows. And
Yeah.
pray to God he doesn't have a quarter on him.
It's okay. Idra will hear about it later.
Idra is kept in the loop.
Yeah, mostly because Brett is kept in the loop and Idra's near Brett right now.
So, where's their leader? They don't have like a council of elders or something.
Hello, I am one of the elders. Just waves like fully black again.
No offense. Could we call a quick meeting off? Yes, nasty fences in the way. What is it? I'll fix that.
Just or pop.
I think he would wave a hand, and as if some great hand is just pulling the fence out of the ground. It kind of by the post. It kind of just gets pulled up, and he ducks under it. Oh, you're so skinny. I live like this.
Never mind. Idra is gonna be able to.
That's the same vibe of the.
I was made as I was meant to be. by your own hands. Oh.
Oh, I was feeling weird that day. I had a fever.
Bitch, you live like this?
I thought you would grow more. You know, grow into it all. Never mind. I'm sorry. Just a bit late. So I got an appointment.
Can I sort of be? That's the worst reason to be like 4 feet tall. God had a fucking dentist appointment.
I won't lie. I am glad that they were summoned. I do like them a lot. I like them. You're just gonna be terrified.
I am finding him very amusing. I hate his summoner.
If we're gonna keep you and throwing away the skin, I'm gonna move the trash can.
That's fair.
Over here. I ate my skin.
So, how was your relationship with the locals? I think I almost killed one of their elders.
You killed you almost killed one of the children.
But he didn't mention that.
Yeah, you
also almost killed one of the children.
What? Did I teach you no manners? You mostly taught me runecraft.
Oh
The quips. I love the quips.
For future note, you may need to work on your making sure your creations have social skills.
Oh, advice, unsolicited, genuine. How adorable.
Nora is just not paying much attention to the words being said. She is staring directly into this glass orb and making notes on what she's seeing inside. She is...
Oh. It can write! Oh, this place is truly something special.
No! Ooh, actually.
What are you, some sort of child yourself? Good
Oh,
grief.
I like to think myself. I've kept my inner child alive throughout the years. Take me to your leaders.
Because I'm allowed to go to the Elder Hall?
No! Oh yeah! Oh
It's
yeah!
one of my 4 We're coming back! We got the real elders and the fake ones!
Alright, let's go!
The elders finally reconvene.
This man pulling up on the Elder Hall expecting something
Mara,
organized.
would you like to lead the way or should I?
The almost dead old man and us pulling
Arrow
up.
crossbow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just Brett is just wrapped in bandages, grumpily making soup and making constant remarks about I could be doing something more useful,
Or you
but
could be resting.
no.
I'm convicted
Come
of
on.
murder.
You're lucky I'm not
It wasn't the snow that was the problem. It was just those dogs.
Try and stop
I
me from
can't
making soup.
stand those
I'm not
dogs.
gonna stop you from making soup. I like
These
it.
are my sons.
Good.
Just throws the door open. Oh, no! We've got this asshole here. What the
I told you.
On to lock.
Oh, they're all terrified of you. Boy.
No, this is the one that he almost murdered. I don't know what's up with this one.
Hiding under
That's
the
our
table.
oldest.
Brett
Ignore him.
is-
And she's interesting.
Oh, I must make up. 1 second. He goes and reaches through the orb and comes out with a bottle of alcohol.
I think Brett is like looking over his like array of cooking knives as though he's trying to decide which one to pick up.
Brett, don't do it. No. I'm hiding under the table, but
This is worth more than your entire village. Enjoy it.
What type of alcohol is it?
I imagine it's like a wine, like a fake wine.
Hey, let's go!
I
I did not bring my fakes. They're not even in my house. They're like underneath the floorboard.
Yeah, fake wine.
They're recent. I got them,
Infused with
like,
some like
a whole
oils
50
that you
years
have
ago.
to extract from like a brick of a beetle that grows. It's under
Who the
a
are you?
bark
Oh,
of
you're
like
right,
a
you're
tree
fake.
or some shit.
right now. Seth's not hiding.
Seth.
Can't say that's ever been one of my favorites.
Can I tell that this person is manifest as one of the 13 right now, or whatever is going on?
Speaking in two
I mean,
voices.
Finry's scared normally of this person, but like,
Oh, yeah, you can tell some shit like that's going on. I mean, it's kind of...
He's got a glow.
Oh, also, just a random note. You notice that when the other voice is talking, his movements become, like, more jerky. As if he was being shocked by electricity in order to get to move in the right ways.
Has this fellow always been like this? I didn't meet him before.
I do not know. I mean, we got back at the same time.
I forgot. I just kind of expect you to be on top of things, Meryl.
Because
Usually I am.
of my paranoid students, I don't think you've been properly introduced.
No.
We were also out of town, but yeah.
There are threats here beyond what we originally planned. Oh, and we'll get to that. Drink first. Don't mind if I do. He takes one of the glasses, pours himself some of it first.
What was the name of the spirit?
I said it out loud once. I don't recall it. Unless if no one took notes, I'm gonna rename him.
Did you take notes?
No, I did.
I might
I don't think I
somewhere.
have the specific name.
How long ago?
It wouldn't be that long. It was last session. He invoked the name when when he was banishing us from his home.
I mean, these
After
are
we
my notes.
tried to murder him. Y'all really putting a lot of beef on a man who you attacked without provocation.
We tried to banish the word.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fully attacking a man without provocation.
Nobody
Sir, his
remembers.
social skills are
Alright,
not
this
great.
time.
You did use harmful abilities on this man, just out of
I
nowhere.
didn't.
There's a level of like, it was not. He started nothing. He was just in his house and we tried to beat the shit out of
He was
him.
not in his house.
He literally was.
It's
His
not his
tiny
house.
little metal house.
It's not a house. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's not a house.
Anywhere can be a
Or
Is fortress
no,
temple
you know the
thing?
language.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he's speaking the local language.
Oh, I know.
With an awful accent, mind you.
Of course it is.
Henderson probably has some accent.
It
It's
vaguely-
not correct from where
It
he's
vaguely
from.
reminds you of actually the way.
Yeah, I had him on with both the accent.
See,
probably has a more
had a
of
bit
your
of an
accent.
accent
Or no. His accent
because of
probably
his just age. And
no,
like,
he probably
the times
speaks
he
the
was
language
from,
because
because
he's
of linguistic drift. He
the
was,
last
like,
place he lived
and
was
his
this fucking
accent's more closer to
the
Virgil
risen.
Moss's accent. Huh.
Of course it is.
So, everyone, drink. This is good stuff. Oh, Jesus, you're a lightweight.
I think Brett.
I think I
I
don't
have
hesitate.
low body mass for efficient use of calories and energy. I can go 3 months without eating or drinking. That was part of the... Yes, you're still a lightweight. So... Oh, yeah.
Oh, he does that.
Oh, how quaint. There's a bit of some weird smell in there.
He put zombies in for extra flavor.
Henderson said,
What's...
please stop.
This is not the batch that ended up with
Is it the
It's
right?
probably not the same,
Yeah.
because this was noted as a separate day this was happening.
What's
Yeah.
up with the potatoes?
They are potatoes. They have been cut and stewed.
Oh, well, they just taste a bit weird. The air around here is fine. The potatoes
Pulls a
are...
potato from a sack and holds it up.
It's a potato.
Perhaps a different variety than you're familiar with wherever you are.
Oh, no matter.
Why are you here?
Oh. A child. Or young.
Wait, which character are you right now?
Idra.
Who are you?
Oh, Idra is one of the kids, right?
Yeah.
Idra's been hanging out in the Elder's Hall, keeping Brett from leaving.
Also, presumably, I is
also
here
watching
contesting.
It's fine. I was just.
Which language were you speaking when you said that?
Their language.
That's a rather good accent.
Mery's going to like move in front of them
I don't know if I know who
as
this
like
kid
a bit
is.
of a guard.
I definitely don't remember. I don't know who anyone in this damn town is. I meet new people every day.
You'll find out when I tell you. Why not?
Just set
Where
a
are you
knife in the
from?
belt.
And when exactly was your birthday?
Oh, shut up.
Several dates of important events.
No matter. Okay, so food, drink. We're not gonna negotiate on an empty stomach. That would be rude. Or so for that matter.
At this point, I'm not sure I can get drunk.
I can.
Immediately, I had to stick something. It's like has been making dead eye contact. Oh, I was talking about Emma. Oh,
Yeah.
like, you're looking at his eye, and I was gonna be like, you have a concussion.
Yeah, alcohol cures concussions.
No.
Oh, dear.
I think Seth has moved over.
Nora is just in the background note
Next to
taking
you.
everything
Yeah.
because this is an interesting
will drink.
contract-based thing.
He's
That
like-
is Nora's primary focus of interest.
I guess
Yeah.
if we're all going to be here, Rebecca's in the corner, really not wanting to be here.
And
As she is with every single town gathering, in the furthest possible place from everyone else.
Yeah, pretty
Truly just in the doorway.
He proceeds to just like not talk as he eats for a while. Like you can even talk to him while he's eating. Like, oh, you were famished. When was the last time you ate? Right before I left off on the mission. You really like not even something I ate in, or I walked straight here. Jesus. Oh, I guess Jesus.
Who's that?
Oh, I remember Jesus. He was a
Lotus.
good friend.
By the stars, kid. And the blackest outer realms. This is surface water. This, on the other hand, is both the gods. You have tried it, right?
That's good. Yeah.
It's mediocre.
It burns the mouth.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, you don't taste. I'm using the same tongue as you. You should just tell how good it is. I never had a taste for such things. You never let me. Oh, what do you mean? We gave you those. You got everything. I didn't want to be unfocused on my studies. I had competition. Well, you're ahead of it now. You must have been one of the good ones.
He doesn't even know who this guy is.
Oh, so that's enough for now. You all, I don't know. Any weird shit happening? Any like stags going and giving quests to random children or some shit? Flowers growing out of nowhere.
Dead coming back to life.
Oh no, not that. They usually rot around. Oh, is that a problem around here? Is that like a normal thing this time of year?
Considering the fact that I had to... No, it's not a normal thing. I hold back several decapitated corpses at this point.
And some crops have started growing, even though
Crops have started growing. You notice this bowl of soup, stew is empty except potatoes are still in there.
Probably from like last growing season
I
rather than
think
this
the
thing.
father leaf was sending you coming to visit.
So I'm
Why?
going to retcon that those potatoes were from the recent harvest. That recent started.
Not just your sack
Fair,
of ripe potatoes.
Why?
Because they're magical
They're so
potatoes.
The thing is, potatoes, you harvest them after the plant dies.
Well, they grew really fast.
That's weird as fuck.
Yeah, they're
It's
magical
magic
potatoes.
potato.
I don't know what you're not getting here. It's a magic potato.
The harvest happens
What?
fast enough to
2
fill.
days?
Yeah.
Magic ass potatoes.
At that point, with how fast they're going, that would be like rotted.
And well, no, but like anyone who didn't anyone that weren't pulled from the ground in time rotted really fast.
We got the potato famine up in this shit.
Oh my god.
That's not how
The Irish are coming.
We get like a
Who's
sack,
our
one
potatoes?
sack of potatoes because
How
no
many
one
potatoes
is expecting it.
to kill an
Says,
Irish?
what the fuck is going on?
No.
That is the main cause of death in Ireland.
Right.
That's
Undead
interesting.
stuff. Could that be the? Yes, I presume that might be the motivating force for women. That or other complications?
You've referenced.
Oh, you'll have to tell me about it.
You've made reference to a query on a couple of occasions.
Oh yeah.
Your
Right bastard that.
Your associate has been rather vague as to his purposes.
Oh. So, we got this fatty from the Thornleaf Ascendancy. Came by my lands, and, well, let's just say there's some people who were causing me problems, and I was doing a good job making sure, like, they're messing up their supply lines and such, so we weren't getting much food. But then they, out of nowhere, well, my crops started rotting, theirs started growing, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't even blame here. So I go send an envoy to Fallen Leaf Bastards, and I mean, they are not all bastards, some of them are good folk all around there, but it turns out that they have, every now and then, have, like, apprentices and such. There's some organization amongst them, pretty high up. Oh, you know how secretive they are about some shit. Anyways, they have someone. Apparently someone was in the area. They need to get real world experience, and I think that type of experience is a good way to get you killed, and I'm making sure that happens.
So you came here to murder
outside
someone.
does make you die.
Don't I know it?
So yeah, I'm not that they're sending out their people for real world experience, but I think they should take them to Tent's Tread, or sorry, was it the Behemoth's Hold?
Behemoth's Hold.
Yeah.
I think they should send out to the Behemoth's Hold or some other wild place like that. If they want experience, not to my lawn, to mess up my garden.
Do I know exactly where the lands that they're talking about are? Deidre?
Do I? Well, if this man has had a current event in the last, if there's been any change of power in the last like 400 years, I'm not up to date.
So
I was required to take history class.
There are remnant resistance groups within the Democratic Republic of the Guildred that resist the 13's rule.
So it was like one of the rebellious districts was. One of the rebellious groups was fighting against the land of one of the 13 had taken
Yes.
over. Do I know which one of the 13 this is?
Okay, his name, I think he would have introduced himself by now. Let's just figure out a name for him now.
I would have also addressed him with his name.
Yeah.
Before he told us it.
Okay, so
Gotta assert dominance on this guy. I'm probably older than he is.
So let's call him.
He is a spirit of the land, so like we're both on the geological time scale.
Nara.
Nara.
Naratana. Tonna. Ontalok.
Oh, this is his baby. That's so exciting.
Cute.
It's probably hyphenated because they're.
I know.
Just put one in there.
I put it in the completely wrong spot. It's between.
Now, is it between Nara and Tana, or is it between Tana and Ontalok?
Well, that's fully a different name.
I assumed it was between Nara and Tana, but I was doing you put it like Narata.
Idra will basically, I feel like Idra had to have learned these things in like history classes and stuff, and it's like, and the heathenistic groups that are fighting against the 13's rule will, like, Idra will reference that.
They were actually only ever mentioned in passing and as a monolith, and not as separate groups.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Well, yeah, but like the border that they would be fighting on.
It's more like guerrilla groups that are in the countryside.
You wouldn't have an opposed border against something this strong with the resistance group. They would just pull up and kill you.
Up until coming to the town, Mara would have been keeping track of, helping keep track of like the
lawless countryside. That as long as you just tax them and get the food out, you haven't intervened too much. There's not much resistance. But recently, they've been wanting to urbanize, and that's causing problems.
I think Idra will like reference the like probable border that they think it would have happened on.
What border?
Like the not border, but like the area that
the district.
Yeah, the district that would have been fought in.
Okay, reference for what purpose?
Just be like this area, trying to figure out exactly which spirit this is.
Yes, very perceptive. Oh, the education system here must be wonderful.
I'm really giving us
Most of
points.
can read.
Speak for
As
yourself.
is expected, but there's must be some shining stars amongst, what is it, diamond in the trough.
It's in the rough, but okay.
There is a difference. Saying that I think it's pearls instead of diamonds usually when it's.
I don't.
Yeah.
What?
So,
What was that?
I'm looking
Brett?
for-
I can't hear you.
I'm looking for a hippie brat. And I guess hippies is also a concept. Like, keep pulling out concepts that are only relevant to our world.
Ah, the hippies.
It's like dubbed over hippie.
The hippies from Southern
Just call them, like,
Seal.
forest rats.
Tree liquor.
Oh god.
So yeah, a tree liquor brat went through my nation, caused me some problems. I'm making sure that, those kind of people don't end up rising to power within the family ascendancy. I was
so
given
you've come
permission
to
to
make trouble
intervene
here?
indirectly only, at a distance, or else they take offense, body law, politics,
And so you sent your creations to come make trouble here. Why?
Well, because one of their brats, the same one who messed with my shit, came up here. I assume, at least, that there's some fancy stuff with the fates and circuits, and things tend to repeat in patterns. See some footsteps along. Anyways, I'm pretty sure they're here. I have received some resonance in the finder. Oh, have you? Maybe we should have got some reports before we ran out. Oh, but I didn't want to be in that stuffy building you set up. There's no personal space in that.
Do you have a name for the kid?
For the kid, it's you're an Ontwalk. You're of the.
Not this one. The one you're looking for.
Oh, the one I'm looking for. This was of the. I don't want to mention the organization, or else they're like, oh, Russia, super secrets. Don't want to let it get out.
Oh, their government secrets are safe with us.
I would be happy to spill their secrets all over the continent, but unfortunately, they can cause problems for me at range. Apparently, birds can drop seeds of many malicious plants from great distances. I've learned this out the hard way. Luckily, their student was only learning the beginnings of that craft.
Oh, I don't like birds.
Just aggressively planting kudzu all over someone's territory.
Oh my god,
Fuck
yes.
you and blackberries-ifies your field.
That's who it is that you're looking
Not
for.
weed. You can't get rid
Because
of
if
it.
they're not here,
weed.
you might as well
That shit's
just move
unkillable.
on.
If you burn it, it releases poison gas.
I'm trying to think in real life.
Oh, you don't have a...
I think they go by a code name when talking to a populace, like a superhero name, kind of like.
I have to
Right.
imagine so.
So you're coming up with the name?
So I'm coming up with the name right now.
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
Jesus Christ, they're not an actual superhero.
No.
You're vigilant.
Green Domino.
So,
Maybe like
Just look up a scientific name
like
of the
something
plant.
like
Those
Pseudonym
sound
the
like
Gardener
superhero
or something
some
like
of them
that.
do, yeah.
Oh, I think she went by one.
That's just a plant.
Yeah, that is just a plant.
I don't think water
just a
lilies
plant.
can grow up here. It's pretty cold.
There's one that
There was
growing
a
out of the
lily
well.
There was one in the well.
Oh,
We
she was
have a
clumsy enough to leave the
well.
calling card. That's great. Great, I tell you.
No, we don't have anyone in this town who goes by Water Lily. That's the thing.
Oh no,
We'd rather not have a fight in the middle
they haven't
of town.
showed themselves around here. They're usually more blasé. They come in like with a hood.
They
and
might not
a
be here
wooden
yet.
mask and everything.
Nobody's-
Yeah,
Little
no.
Nobody's
antlers.
arrived since
Your dude is
Person.
the most
The
recent we've
most
had show
recent
up.
strangers to arrive in town have been Havashan, and then there's Nora back there, showed up a few months back.
Well, why? Why did she show herself in here?
You should also show.
Because she's not here.
She might not be here yet. The snows have been difficult to navigate through.
She's most definitely here. I did sense her close. I'm not entirely sure as of. Well, I have some
Have you been
suspicions as to
sensing
why she's not
her?
shown herself.
Or a spirit of the land, because there's a big difference.
Well, I
between
can't
the two.
imagine she's pissed off old Sappy around here, right?
Oh no, there. Actually, he would say that.
Mm.
He wouldn't make direct reference to the fact that he knows things that he shouldn't.
Did you start saying that and stop?
No, no.
Okay.
He's been living this lie for nigh on 50 years. He's a little bit better at this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Well, that's that. You mentioned strange occurrences recently.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was.
His soup turned into a zombie.
It was not
That
the
is not
soup,
the soup.
and that's not
The
what happened.
pendulum. The pendulum went off recently. I was busy. Oh, busy. No sense of adventure. Anyways,
I do like this person.
strange occurrences. You mentioned a water lily growing up. Well, you know,
Not a water lily, but a lily pad.
with a flower on it.
Oh, did it have a flower on it?
It
Yeah.
had a flower.
Okay. Yeah, it's a water lily.
My bad.
Not a water lily, but a water lily.
Migo said a lily pad, so
I
went with
wrote
what
lily
Migo
pad. I
said.
was told lily pad.
I said lily pad with a flower on
on it.
I thought you put a flower on top of the lily pad. Like a dandelion or some shit. Just pick a dandelion, slap it on there.
I was just playing with an old coin. Have you ever seen like the scene
Yeah, I
from what is it called? Pirates of the Caribbean, where just the coin between
yeah,
the
yeah,
fingers?
Oh,
He's just doing that.
Alright, so well, directly or indirectly affected, their magic can be kind of wide-reaching and imprecise, nasty stuff. Anything else weird?
Hot eyes.
Hot ice, like burning. That's usually outside their domain.
There's been a warmth around the village lately.
Yeah.
Good or bad?
I mean, it's dangerous to be out in the snow for a long time. So, bad?
I don't imagine.
If I'm
People haven't been getting
understanding
cold,
the-
though.
If I'm understanding the situation correctly, including
sounds outside their
yourself,
domain as
there
well.
seem to be 4 spirits of the land
Yes,
active
there
in
are.
at least some
At
capacity.
least.
There are two
this
of
region.
Well, it's busy around here, isn't it?
Well,
I'm
there's
usually
you.
used to
There's
crowding.
you.
I thought I'd get a bit of a break here.
No, because
You,
you just set up a
Saf.
bunch of
I mean,
shit
there's-
in the middle of
Oh,
Mabel.
three spirits of the land.
Yeah, I'm
who
a
already have
timekeeper
fun
on
in this place.
I was given what I needed, and nothing else. Oh, I gotta fix that. I'll talk to number 4 on the budget.
Let's see, we have Old Sap, we have the one helping Old Sap, we have Hot Ice, and now you.
Who's helping us? It's falling.
It's a fallen leaf sentence.
But we're not mentioning it. I think is the plan.
Yep.
Okay, who wants to roll the seat for...
Can you do roll to see?
No. You're the one who mentioned it, so maybe I'll have you roll it.
To see it for what?
For the person helping.
Yeah,
Instead
because
of
you are
Pass.
intentionally negating something, like,
To minimize the information and have it be glossed over rather than
As you
focused
can see.
on, perhaps.
Yeah, Emma's deceit is
No
probably
extra.
the best. Yeah, I've got. Can we have Emma line? Emma's great at lying.
Sure, they can jump in. Like, you have to roleplay something.
I don't-
Some interruption.
Remember what you said.
Oh, the person helping.
There's
The
Old Sap,
Uh-huh.
You know
someone
what,
helping
actually?
Old Sap, helping him, Hot Ice, and now you.
Yeah, we can pretend it's something associated
Pretend it's
with
something
Virgil.
associated with her.
Oh, I see. I don't even know what to say.
You know,
what?
I just realized the genre of music that fits this guy.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
Virgil's hot steam. Virgil's hot steam. He lives in a fucking...
Electro swing.
Yes.
I guess.
Hey,
Hot
I'm down to
spring.
listen to Electro Swing.
As that Virgil Moss always helping. Grandfather Sap.
Yeah, you could just be like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
Virgil Moss is
remember
always
him.
in contact with
Yeah.
Grandfather Sap.
Was I there?
Whatever
Yeah.
happened
He did
to
some sort of
Virgil?
weird ritual in front of us. Put his
You
blood
were
on
super
the...
there.
I always forget. Put his blood on the trees. Grandfather Sap responded. I don't know how you get the attention of an old fart like that.
Where is Virgil?
Claim
Whatever
territory.
happened?
I don't know what happened to Virgil.
Killed him.
What?
I'm sorry, you what?
I think I remember that happened.
Okay, if he murdered someone, why is he here?
I'm assuming one of the NPC
It's
bodyguards
an
pipes up and is
entire
like,
situation.
well,
That's its own
See, me and
entire
that's
Bernie
situation.
and I
why we're here.
decided-
Otherwise we wouldn't be in the others hall. We were supposed to watch watch over.
In the middle of a bunch of other
Hender-
things happening,
Hender-
he
there
claimed
was a
that
plan.
he
I thought you
accidentally
were my
killed
son.
Virgil.
How could
I
you?
sent
Do you-
Virgil
do you
here
have a son?
to tell you. Did Virgil
I
even
thought
make it
that's
here?
who they were. Who were
don't-
them?
Guys,
I don't
murdered someone.
I have not heard anything about Virgil arriving in town.
You know what? That's enough of a bombastic
So-
act. I'm gonna have to roll the seat for that. That bit.
Wow, you
Jesus
roll like
H.
shit.
Oh my
Christ.
2 zeros, a 9, and a 7.
So no successes.
Let's see if I got any fucking inventory items for the phone.
No.
Hold on. Can I invoke Ice Prospector?
No.
How the fuck did you complete Ice Prospector?
Trying to
What do you think? He's in every episode. I get so much screen time XP for making dick jokes. All right,
To
can
be
I
fair,
pass? Can
ice
you pass me that
prospecting on a
bag?
mountain isn't very difficult.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
snow is everywhere. You walk
No, that's
outside
the
and
point.
there's the
Ice
ice.
Prospector is him being batshit insane. So can I invoke that?
Trying to
I
pass
think
himself
that's
off as a
disadvantage.
senile old man.
Do you have disadvantage? Yeah, you can.
You and Brett would both been like, no, he murdered
No,
someone.
I'm gonna counter that. You would have had disadvantage in the situation due to just shit pressure like directly on you.
Yeah, so
We're getting rid of them
disadvantage.
then.
So you get your roll and nothing else.
It's
Let's see. How are these? No, I'm not rolling. I'm seeing if these dice are less shitty. You know what? That's 2 5s and a 9. That's like an okay roll.
Okay, so people can smell some bullshit wafting in your breath.
Of course, that's fine. If he knows that I'm not being entirely truthful, that's fine. That lives more credibility to his nice friend explaining to him the
He's
secrets.
insanely lucky with the tunnels.
That
Otherwise, we
is
never
on the
made it
back
back to town.
burner until we resolve the other crises happening.
There's a lot of crises happening.
Yeah, so there's
All right, some
Current
very
flag.
so evidence so
that
far.
shit.
Very little direct interference, which is unusual for her MO. And then we have a flower going in the well. Is that all?
Who's first?
Do you guys not mention the field of potatoes growing
Who's
fast?
difficult to pull up?
Are you intentionally not mentioning that?
No, I think it's just everybody forgot.
I don't think Brett is making the connection.
Someone earlier said that crops were growing.
I would mention it.
Yeah, we brought it up loosely earlier.
Oh,
Still anything
damn
related to-
potatoes started to grow up out of the ground.
Potatoes is. Then one of these tasted fine. Or stench was one of them.
What are you
Doing
on
trying to
about?
point all that stuff out for months. You know, fields and it gets in the bugs, which gets in the compost and the soil, and then you can't grow a new crop without it getting in there. I've had to rely on my old stores of food and such for not I need to eat anymore, but it's nice.
Oh,
Food is nice.
Food is good for living.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's touched his food.
No, he probably hasn't.
He does eat sparingly. It's not like Rebecca who refuses meals. He eats.
I want to be clear,
just-
Idra's eaten as many bowls of soup as has been offered to her.
Rebecca just
The
doesn't
entire
like
time
to
she's been here, that's been quite a few bowls of soup.
Yeah.
Rebecca doesn't. You've seen her eating. She just doesn't accept soup from the Elder Hall because she doesn't really want to be here. She's just here in case someone tries to kill someone else.
That's fair, yeah.
And this is a recent event.
Yeah.
In the past couple of days.
I remember it happening, so it must have been pretty recent.
They went wrong really fast too. I'm saying this. I want to be clear. Anytime you just talking to them fully in their like native.
I didn't know this strange child
Rotten
could
fast.
speak
I mean,
like
that does
this.
check out. Huh. Usually they're all about growth and, what is it, bringing life to the world and change and evolution and all that stuff.
Once
Rotting, that
I
seems a
don't
bit
like
outside the usual bounds.
once you fight them, will you leave?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna stay here longer than I need to.
Good.
I wouldn't dare. I mean, unless you have something to offer.
No,
Nope.
please leave.
I don't mean to
Get,
scare
no,
you.
get out.
I cannot think of
I wanna be
anything
clear,
here
you
that
can't
would attract
understand
your
what's being
interest
said.
other than your hunt.
You're just speaking in their language.
Well, anyways,
they
before
speaking
I
the
go
same
off
language?
and
That's a really
make
good
sure this
question.
one
Probably
gets some
now they're not.
sleep.
When responding to you, Drew, do they speak back in the same language, or do they speak?
They speak back in the same language
Okay.
and then
Okay.
shift away. Yes, before I leave and make sure this one gets some sleep, I will offer a bounty for information to all of you. I have
We'll see what it is because
various.
I have a lot
falls
of
over and
information
things crash on the
Not turn down
ground.
a deal.
I have a lot of information and I would prefer material. Or I don't care
You
about
put
material.
staff on the ground, just like leaves it floating there.
I would rather his help.
I have a few scrolls depicting reliable ways to gain resonance with spirits that should be local to this area.
We don't need those.
Yeah, don't need those.
Oh, well, traditions, sure. Toss them over.
Nora is just
Nora!
Nora's just heading directly into this orbit, just taking notes on everything.
And then kind of magnetically zip through the orb and back, like right past your nose.
I think slight addendum. Idra would have said, "I don't need those." But yeah.
I mean, actually, we would have left them on the table. I mean, because to show what you can offer. Then he's like, I have this. This is from number 1. It's a gone, I think they're called.
A what?
A gone. Gone.
A what?
A gone.
I think as this back and forth is happening, Nora has like.
I am
shuffled
not
over
speaking
to
in
the
as
still
a
open
character.
doorway.
A what?
A gun.
A gone.
It's a gun.
It's a gun with a hyphen in it.
As this conversation has been going back and forth, Nora has like shuffled over to the doorway, picked up like a loose bit,
It's a firearm.
like, fallen old stick or
No,
something. brushed a
Meryl
bit
would
of
know what
the
it is.
dirt
Because
off
Meryl
it,
has
walked over
Oh,
and
yeah.
she's
Well,
trying
I mean,
to
it would
stick
be a
and she
special
tries to
thing,
stick this
but-
this like random piece of
I mean,
stick
who do you
into
think
the
you're distributing it to the
You
public?
probably recognize them at least. Even if you don't know what a gone is, you'll recognize the fucking
as a
firearm.
player, have no idea what the fuck it was that what she was saying. Marrow, however, as a pirate, would
No,
have a
it's-
gun.
No, it's GU-N. Gun.
Good.
And yeah, as that's happening, Nora picks up like a little stick and just tries to stick it through into the glass.
You gain 1 ruin as you get zapped.
Oh my goodness.
Does it go in?
Was it Brett? Was it Brett who gave her?
No, it
No.
was Nora.
It was Nora.
Is there a 50% chance Brett dies here?
No. Stop trying to kill Brett.
Roll
Stop
on it. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is one off of the
Oh, yeah,
negative
never mind,
round,
I
so I
forgot
don't.
about
Roll -1d6.
Yeah. See if you gain back your
Does the
fortune.
stick go through the glass?
So it starts to go through before it gets zapped and starts to burn. But right before the electricity reaches you, you see a little bud start to grow on the stick before it gets burnt up, dispersing the electricity off in a different direction.
So curious.
How many of us clocked that?
Yeah, how many?
No one. Like you're the one. Actually, roll detect. for anyone who's paying attention to that, I don't.
Oh, wait, no,
Work.
My detect is ass.
No. Most,
You just
anyone
pay
else-
attention.
Anyone's paying attention to the guy creating offers.
I don't give a fuck
I'm
what he's
yeah.
offering.
Paying attention to the offers.
Except the stick
Paying
and
attention to what Nora's doing.
stuffs the stick
I
into
rolled
a pocket of
atrociously,
inside the
so-
cloak.
Ooh, I rolled a
Mostly
full
action.
success. Actually, good.
What's
Actually,
left of it?
Charts.
Don't
I
want him
Not great.
noticing that.
also have lurker, so that might also count.
It would be with disadvantage because of a road brief thing. It only exists for a moment.
Okay. Does lurker count for that at all?
Yes.
Sweet, full success.
Anyone else got that good?
Failure.
I think I'm just focused.
I
on
think
him.
Seth would focus on the offering, so I won't roll for him.
Okay, so you see that? I'm not
Henderson
Wait, hold
getting more details.
is paying
Would this
attention, but
dude
he
pick
gives
up the fact that
fuck
that
all about
the shit that Marrow
offerings.
did?
Huh?
Would Zappy, what's his face, or his contractee, your creator, pick up on what the fuck Marrow happened to Marrow?
Oh, the fact that you're super hot now.
That and the fact that he ate fruit
Oh,
from
yeah,
the
you're
Fallen
technically-
Ascendancy.
Oh, I forgot
You're-
about
yeah.
that.
You're technically
You're
Yeah,
Dilf
I was wondering that, and then I was like, I'm not gonna mention
You're
it.
Dilf Elf. Okay. I forgot.
you're Dilf half elf.
Okay, but like,
You're so much hotter than usual.
Jeanette. Okay, but like,
Oh,
If
one
Goodwin was
of
here,
towns
she'd
having
be
weird
pissed.
genetic mixes isn't too strange.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she's dealing with the plague.
Yes.
And like,
if I were to
he hasn't
put your
touched you or
hotness
anything.
on
You
a
notice
scale,
he wouldn't tell the potatoes were weird until it
Why
tasted
do
them.
I-
He's still using this vessel.
I think
That's fair.
I'd put your number at one higher than the maximum possible hotness, which I would
I think it's
assign
too
to
higher,
Finley. I'm not aware of all of that.
No, I'm
numbers.
at 101.
Oh, you are at 101.
This,
Your hotness is
can
one
let
higher than the max. Which is
a
angry.
unskilled person
You know what
kill
the
bear
wild thing
real easy. Fires a, small projectile, real fast, bangs. I can give you, it's like,
Just like reaches into a jacket and pulls out the
Oh,
one gun that
you got one of the prototypes.
You're just gonna.
I would
That's
say,
over 40 years old now, so
well, I mean, yeah, between manufacturer and disbursement, those things, well, number one has gone through a few stages. This is a more recent stage of development. This, you don't have to manually stuff the welding down and all that stuff. Not gonna blow your hand off anymore doing that. This one, you just have with something called a magazine. Got a little spring in there, make sure you can fire multiple times before you have to, reload it, get it all together. The thing just snaps to his hand and he kind of lays it across his lap again. And then turns away.
I was just laughing at their antics.
So, besides that, I can provide what enough. You guys want metal? I've got plenty of metal. I got these little gizmos. Kind of out of date now because I got a better version. Well, yeah, I got better versions. But it just looks like a little metal orb. This thing, pretty cool. Got a little switch on the side. You flick it, and then in roughly 3 seconds, it'll discharge enough electricity to, kill most anything. Light things on fire. It can wipe the life out of an entire body of water. Okay. Good for fishing sometimes. You want to make it quick and speedy.
How have these people not taken over the world?
oh,
They have guns and hand grenades. We're in the Stone Ages.
I think fucking with their food supplies.
That's true. Also, we have magic. I mean, so do they, though. so-
They also have people
They
who aren't
super
us
also
who
have
are their
magic.
enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the army
They
of
have
sorcerers in
That
between
takes
that.
They have a state dividing conflict
That's
going
true.
on as well.
I need to go help them in
That
that
takes the
war.
importance out of it.
So they can take over the world. You know how it is.
I also got some devices that can detect contracts and people. Those are pretty fancy. I'd only be able to give out like 3 to 5 of those. They might be a bit off on their tuning, but pretty advanced. They're pretty neat.
Would you be willing to help us with a problem we have?
Oh, what kind of problem?
There's this
Kept eating
zombie named Mabel up in the woods, and she's raising the dead out of our soups to attack us.
Also out of
Among
the
other
ground.
things.
So you got what? Some rogue practitioner from the fuck. I forgot the name of that kingdom.
The Risen. We've just been talking.
It's longer than the Risen. There's something to
Wait, I think I do have that.
It's in the Discord server
Somewhere in here, maybe.
No?
No, Mabel was one of ours.
Well, I mean,
All this.
objectively, and you would probably know this, she is a rogue practitioner of them.
Hmm.
Because we are of them long ago.
I mean, through this guy's perspective, that's what's going on.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
from an objective standpoint, the Leviathan throne was once their territory before they were wiped out. And we are kind of a remnant, or I suppose not we, but anyone native to the village is a remnant of them. Which is why our religion worships necromancy as 1/6 of our god.
Okay, so
It's not you.
Nope, this is the wrong server.
PC resources.
Haha, I win. Maybe. Nope, that's phone like this.
Oh, I think I found it.
No.
If it loads.
Just everyone else on their
Ha!
devices.
Nope, I win. Chosen of the Return. If that's what it was, I did have that written down. I was like, that's not the Risen.
Yeah,
at all.
chosen of their turn.
Oh, I did have that
R.I.P.
written.
parentheses.
Okay, so
That's literally what I read.
Kamiko won, but wasn't confident enough to take the victory. But I actually.
It literally says
I
chosen of the
actually won.
return, R.I.P. parentheses.
Yeah.
So Kamiko had the information first.
But I stated
but
it.
yes.
I had the confidence.
I'm sorry. Mars gets the points here.
Victory.
I think 2-1. Because of the fact that
So, anyways,
I
found
just
it
had to
first.
scroll back through my photos.
That's fair.
That's you're using your photos. You are culling the Discord servers.
Yeah, that's why.
one of those, a rogue practitioner left around came around after the fall of those chosen undead folk.
Yeah. I mean, kinda. She was a kid.
Okay.
though.
She's much more recent.
What?
Just got a contract with whatever that was.
A contract with
Hot
what?
ice.
The hot ice.
Ice that burns is this a metaphor or something?
That's things that
It
are.
actually is ice that burns.
Yeah, it is ice that burns.
That doesn't
Hot
sound
ice.
very
It's
negative,
ice
so
before
really.
it melts.
So there's like a spirit of contradictions or some shit.
A little bit. It's a spirit of
Nora
things.
flips to one
being
of the pages
maintained
of
after
her
they've
notebook
been
of
fluid.
the
Yeah.
research we did
I shouldn't
on
be hot.
hot ice.
Yeah.
Because
In
during
the
one of the
dead
sessions, we did a
tree,
project
coming
researching
back to
the
life.
stuff, and Nora will flip to
Yeah.
a page in her notebook and pull up that her notes talk about the whole thing about petrified frogs and
So,
reanimation after.
What degree of danger does this one pose? It's
I mean,
This
they've
killed
killed multiple people
several
already.
people.
yeah, it's not saying much considering the folk around here.
Considering that
They might overtake.
Sap is one of the ones constraining her.
Yeah. And then,
So the
Very
local spirit of the lamp cares.
yes.
Like old Zappy
After
Yes.
much.
cares.
Yes.
Yes.
Makes a
How?
makes a simple
What do you
sketch
mean?
of
Who fucked up that bad?
What do
What?
you mean, who fucked us
I
that?
mean, he's on the list of the sleeping, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's awake.
He's awake.
Is he though?
Kind of. I mean,
I literally talked to him.
yeah,
He
we
just
talked
woke
to
up.
him.
You're gonna tell him that now? You told me not to tell!
We told you not to talk about the public ascendancy. There's a difference.
I
just
also
woke up.
just
Yeah, we talked to him.
yes.
Oh, I have to see some misunderstanding here. You can talk to one of us without us being awake. It's entirely possible.
He's sleepwalking.
Yeah, something like that.
So are you awake?
Usually, I think.
Right
I think
now?
I'm awake. Pretty sure.
Damn man,
At least
really
enough of
phoning
Sap
it in
is
if he's
awake to
asleep.
be able to contact us. Or us to contact him.
Yeah, Sap is,
He's
present
paying
enough to
attention to
give
the
favor.
seasonal cycles
Yes.
and trying to maintain how they should be acting.
present
Yep.
enough to stab people.
You wouldn't have
Not
noticed
give
the
people
whole
lives.
shit show right now if we hadn't shit
Okay.
happened.
Okay. As long as I don't have to. Okay, so you're saying Sap's countering this rogue practitioner?
Sap's
Yes.
working too, but they're
Yeah.
still influencing Mr. Myers.
And taking
Really?
over further. Yeah.
That's what the snow is.
So like
Have you seen the tower?
the tier
Did you see the tower?
4 minimum. Oh. It's nighttime by now. I think the sun's like set mostly.
Well, did you see the tower on your way over then?
The tower. It's
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
that
think
direction?
Nora is going to put together like a sketch of just Grandfather Sap's half of that, like containing chamber.
okay.
And
It's a mist in the other part.
and she'll like probably draw something similar but not quite the same for the for the other portion.
Bottom.
Just mirroring.
Yeah,
it.
mirroring it. And
Put some mists on the bottom.
Yeah, mist. Put some mist. Maybe like a mountain peak.
A hot springs of mist.
Yeah, hot springs of mist.
and then draws the image of the like flaming crystal in
Maybe
the
some of
middle.
the snowberries.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So, out of curiosity,
Mhm.
once your errand here is done and you leave, what will become of the structure that's on you here?
Oh, I was hoping to take some of it with me. Oh, I'll let you take it. Don't worry. But I mean, most of it you can't carry with you, right? No. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it.
Most of it, or
Most of it.
and you'd be all right with us taking it down after?
I mean, it's just metal that was already in your ground, right? Like,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
we didn't take anything with us for this.
Ostensibly speaking, it's right by my sister's house, who has taken over my lodging,
I
which I'm
mean,
just thrilled
like-
about.
So, you're saying.
Where the fuck are you sleeping?
Oh, your stuff is
Probably in Bendra's house.
So, I'm getting this
Yeah,
right. You're proposing a
just
deal wherein, if you provide enough information and
I mean,
aid
probably
in the retrieval and punishment of Water Lily,
Mhm.
I will help deal with your little zombie fellow.
And if Water Lily has in fact never come here, what then? How do we give you proof of that?
Well, don't they have to come here? I mean, there were water lilies in the wild.
It
for
does
all we
not
know, they
necessarily
passed
mean
through
that's-
and moved on.
They might
Ugh,
have.
the
If they've been
coincidences,
here
blah,
at
blah,
all.
blah. Let's just say I have my reasons to believe it's happening. It'd take a while to explain fate turbulence to y'all.
What would you make of something akin to this? This is a very simplified design, but
After describing the drawing you're doing, you see that.
Nora is
Can I
better
see?
at drawing than I am. I am not an
This is
artist.
accurate.
Nora makes sketches of things constantly.
Hendersonson would like to try to look at it.
Mhm. I mean, she
If you're
is
not making it a secret.
Yeah, she's not making it a secret. The design. She
It's
draws
just
the.
big tree at the bottom, flaming crystal in the
Hey,
middle,
hey, bring it
small
here,
tree
bring
at
it
the
here.
top, and the big oval circle thing.
The man
Now.
pulled up his computer to check.
Yeah, you just pulled one out.
Computer from the orb.
No, a calm ooter.
Now, Altoloff Jr., what do you make of this?
Junior.
Well, it's.
We don't know how their naming convention works.
I know how they're naming. I know how.
I
their
can see
naming
some
convention
evidence
works.
of
You would,
runic patterns in some of the growths. This seems like an advanced intention array. Good. Do you notice anything else about this?
basically a
Is
Christmas
this,
tree
is this giving them a
and a
quiz?
very bad
Yeah.
drawn fire. Nora is much better at drawing than I am.
Yeah.
Yudra's also looking at it.
Well,
I was
what-
looking at everything all the time.
what's in the center is
Yeah.
clearly of different affinity than the outside. I imagine the
Also, Yudra's recording it in their journal.
hot ice they were previously talking about.
You know what,
Yes,
Henderson? Will write something in his fucking book.
Oh my god.
This book weighs maybe 30 pounds. It's like one of those giant fucking dictionaries you get. It's
Judging by
like a phone book.
the
It's like somebody took a set of
Flora alone.
encyclopedias and then removed the
I would
Yes.
assume
intermediate
this
covers.
It's called the Chronicle.
this
It's
is
just
probably
an
the local
enormous
spirit of the
book.
land's doing, or made by the followers. I don't see how they could do this sort of work without direct. It could be directly done by the spirit of the land, though you said
He did manifest. and
grandfather
speak on
Sap
our
is one of the sleeping. This would have had to have happened some time ago.
It
Well,
did.
he woke up.
Yeah.
Anything else?
He manifested
Let's
and
see.
spoke upon our arrival in that
He said this was
place.
something that
Seemed
had
to
been
grow
around
more
for a while.
aware of the
At
surrounding
minimum, like
environment
35
when he did
years,
so.
Yeah, at
considering
minimum.
when
So it might have been
Rebecca
way back then.
will, for the first time in this entire conversation, speak up. He woke up a little and gestured to the fucking hole in his chest.
I think that's like mostly a scar. Or just looks like a scar.
Yeah.
Have you replaced your shirt?
You've got a boob
Yeah.
window? Damn, Rebecca with the boob window.
No, she
In the
pulls a hole
I
in
mean,
her
if it
plaid
was
jacket.
grandfather Sap, it was actually off center because we went for the hearts. And the heart's not the center.
So it's not even a boob window, it's just a full-on boob hole.
Good grief. I mean, he did throw us
Noted.
you.
So yeah, not something recent. That's for sure. Anything else? I think that's mostly all. I mean, clearly it seems like some kind of containment or interface between the two powers. I can't quite tell what the nature of the interaction is without seeing it in motion.
If
Good,
I
good.
remember correctly,
You weren't even
You
there.
weren't there.
he's not talking about that. Long ago, whatever the fucking zombie nation is, what are they
Four
called?
nations
Prison
live
of
together in
the
harmony.
No, that wasn't right.
The chosen.
The Chosen of the Return.
Prison-
Prison
Of the return. Yeah.
Of the return.
The
We call them the
chosen of the
Chosen.
returned lost their
R.I.P.
war because
Cowboys.
someone sealed away their spirit.
Who did that?
Yes, that's to put it very simply. There's a lot
Well,
more
it
nuance.
was a long time ago, and I have dementia, so I barely remember what happened yesterday. He wasn't there.
Well, I mean, there's other spirits that were
It
suppressed
truly
or distracted
was
at
not
the time,
really
or
anything amazing.
tempted away from that union. It was a tenuous alliance in the first place. Anyways, I heard they have a shattered realm somewhere.
Between the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy and Grandfather Sap?
What? Sorry?
The alliance between those two, or did
Uh,
they have one?
No, the chosen of the rivers, and they were an alliance, much like my 13. They were holding them all together, though there was some older folk among them. And they kind of got scattered about, and some of them were weakened before the whole war could take place. I hear they have a shattered realm at this point somewhere.
Oh, where would that be?
Floating off in the aether somewhere. I'm not sure how to get to it. The doors are mostly
What's a
shut.
shattered
again.
realm?
See, I don't think any of you would know.
Just in character dropping lore
I mean, you
there.
might know.
Can I roll for that?
Yeah, in a bit.
I'm
So-
vaguely learned and have been for the past very long time.
Yeah, roll recall with like
Emma's very
roll
smart
recall
and knows
advantage.
a lot, but only in the context of
This is still
tiny
obscure
village.
shit.
What's a shattered
Oh,
realm?
with advantage? Critical success. Or sorry, super success.
What the fuck?
4.
4. My
Okay.
man is very good at remembering things for someone who pretends to have dementia all the time.
So,
What's a shattered realm?
He's not going to tell you. But
reality, he's just talking about it. Reality, is a confluence of all the outer realms. A shattered realm is a pocket out beyond central reality that is a confluence of most of the external realms to create something that's close to a full reality.
So in almost our world, but missing some things.
It tends to be a lot smaller.
Mm.
And they're often intentionally created.
I don't
So
think
kind of
that
like the
place
thing that we
counts.
walked into?
Yeah, Deidre will directly ask it in the same, in the Gildred language.
Well, if you keep it up in school, you'll learn eventually.
I think I will.
So, there's something wrong with this picture. Can you tell? Not without further detail. Well, without further detail, I can tell that this is a prison and it's utterly unbalanced. Like super lopsided. This wouldn't keep anything in. Could keep a duck trapped.
Is this critique of the drawing skills, or is this critique of
Are you
the state of
critiquing
it?
Roy's drawing
Here.
or something else?
So, you were either under illusion you saw that, or you're not telling me something.
Wasn't the Republic, whatever the fuck them hills niggers, wasn't them responsible for sealing away the zombies?
I don't think that's right.
Why would they be?
Just a sec. Absolutely
Well,
confident.
they were the one at war with them.
Well, they did have some say. Are you saying that the...
I don't know, I wasn't there.
No, you most definitely weren't.
Why would you... Why would Grandfather Sap? Maybe he is awake. That'd be a whole other thing to think about.
Why would you change your assumption of analysis whether he's awake or not?
Actively choosing to shroud something.
Illusion does not seem his style.
That's true.
That too.
No,
Things
really.
that are outside of regular domain won't occur by accident in a domain.
Well,
That's for me to worry about. The deal still stands. I will help you deal with your Mabel problem. That's with the Pyre animals, right?
Yes.
You want her like dead.
I mean, ideally, but that's
Dead, yes, that is the idea. She's a zombie, so
Okay,
she's probably already
alright.
dead.
So, if you provide me with enough information about Water Lily, I'll help you as much as is reasonable. Like gotta keep it equivalent. If you were the one to kill Water Lily and bring her body to me, I'll go out and hunt down your Mabel myself. But if it's just some information, I might give you some artifacts or some scouts or some shit, give you some information on Mabel. Equivalent exchange.
all right. So we should go kill her.
Sounds good to
Assuming,
me.
of course, that
Power to you.
anywhere around here.
Sounds good.
I'll go make sure this one gets some sleep. You might have a stroke in the next few years if I don't. Basic maintenance stuff. Thanks for the stew. Potatoes were a bit weird, but can't blame you. Magical bullshit. Have a good night. I'm sorry about my kid.
Do teach him some manners, please.
Working
Especially if
on
he's
it.
going
He
to be
says as he
staying
leaves.
The door closes. So we don't actually want to help this asshole, do we?
I mean,
No.
I feel like if he leaves faster, if we help, if we kill whoever this is, Water Lily, whatever,
Well,
it solves
I
the
suppose
problem
it depends
for
on
us.
who Water Lily is.
I
Well,
feel like
if
why am I wearing
if one of
Nora's
us kills
cloak
Water
talking as
Lily,
Brett?
then we get our Mabel problem solved, or he leaves because he fucking dies. That sounds fine by me. And then he'll leave
I
afterwards.
guess it also depends on how
My
much
thoughts
time we
are
have,
to-
because if Mabel progresses in the time it takes for us to hunt down Water Lily,
Then they just
it might be a
Well,
waste point.
My
Yeah, but
thoughts
Mabel's gonna
are-
progress anyways.
Well, I
regardless
know.
of
but
I
instead of
I
focusing
don't
try
think
to
there's any direct
remember
action.
if Water Lily has any significance.
Do you know?
Actually, no, he wouldn't be thinking about that.
I know that this guy wants her dead, and he'll help us kill Mabel if we do that.
Also,
That's
we have
what
in fact not
matters.
had anyone show up by the name of Water Lily, right?
No.
Yeah, there's not some random guy named Water Lily.
My best friend, Water Lily. What do you mean?
We don't know about any Water Lily. Go over to the
Democratic
just
Republic
the guy
As
next
a
to
character
it.
die makes the character Water Lily.
I just wasn't sure if I, as a person, was supposed to know who this is.
No.
I don't know either, but
The
touchdown to kill
Democratic
somebody.
Republic has shown up on our
Solving
Hey,
all the
Rebecca,
problems.
wheel back.
their power
Hey Rebecca, do you want to go hunt this person down?
and resources in an attempt to dismiss us and possibly bully us. And I do not care for that.
I felt like he was being very reciprocal, if aloof, as some higher power tends to.
I mean, apparently,
I didn't meet his child.
apparently, from what I understand, this spirit seems very helpful, and the children attacked him, which not ideal. His
What
response
exactly
also not
did
ideal.
the children do?
From what I understand, they attempted to launch that orb that is
We
now
tried
in
to
his
stop the
staff.
ritual, and
Everybody
I
got
tried-
hurt.
Yeah, I tried to force the orb down towards the pyramid thing, and then I realized that it had a lot of resistance, and that
You were trying
like
to launch it.
Vera ended up adding to the whole
That's the
beating
most
it into the
unrealistic
sky.
thing to say.
And
That's true.
we didn't attack him.
We were just
You
trying to get
did
rid of the.
use
We were just trying to
contracts.
get rid of the
The orb.
orb.
Well, yeah, but
Just doing something
I mean,
with.
I know you weren't intending to because you don't know how your powers work here, but like you did kind of
How
fling
my
him up into
powers
the
work?
ceiling. No, you definitely don't. You sent
I
all
know
of
how
us
my
flying
powers
up into
work.
the air.
You broke
Now.
Ernie's arm.
You broke my collarbone.
I didn't
can't
mean
And
read.
you
to.
claim I have concussion.
I mean, we were in the middle. We were up in the air. We kind of panicked. Okay.
I mean, yeah, but you also sent him flying into a ceiling.
I'm not
And
saying
you
you
did get
made the
hurt from
wrong.
that.
I love to send a
It
person
wasn't a
flying,
bad.
but
I'm not mad about it, but like
Thank you.
you did attack
Sorry.
him.
I am sorry.
I know.
I'm glad
It's
you're
okay.
somewhat
it
okay.
happens. It happens. I'll get it. I'll recover.
I just want you all to remember that Henderson landed with
he
cat-like
attacked-
grace.
Actually,
Which
he
is-
directly attacked me.
I think
and
I
Brett.
had already been
After you attacked him.
and
When we
invaded
were
his
talking to
personal
him,
space.
I told him to leave.
Kind of yelling at
You
him.
went into his house and yelled at him.
He also
did not
was
go into
given
his house.
permission to be here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not for doing this.
We didn't specify that he could or could not do anything.
Yes, to
We
feel
gave
like
him
you don't have to. I
minerals.
feel like you don't have to specify. Don't
Who the
summon.
fuck are you?
I think you don't have to specify. Don't summon gods when you.
To be fair,
Are
they're talking
at- when
very
you-
polite, and as somebody who doesn't like those guys, I mean, this interaction hasn't gone.
Yeah, after
Totally.
speaking
He did
to one
everything short
god
of
and then
calling us
speaking
a
to another in
backwater.
rapid succession, I think
Well.
I mean,
We do
Listen.
have one whale and half the population
Listen.
can't read.
no offense, but as somebody not from here, this is a backwater.
We have 12 buildings.
there's
in
a
town.
100 people maybe.
It's super a backwater.
Everyone who's not from here does understand this is a piece of shit nowhereville.
Okay, why did you say that?
My school
It's in the middle of nowhere.
horizon was
Shit.
That's realistic, actually.
yeah.
Yeah, my school was I don't remember how big it was actually.
It was,
But it was
there was a lot of
very
hallways
different-
and very few people for the size of the building.
yeah.
It echoed,
My-
and you didn't see much of it.
My school was small. I
My
think,
extended
but
family is larger than this village.
it sure was a school.
Now you're all the siege.
Sorry, what was?
It
what
sure
did you
was a
say?
school.
We get lessons sometimes.
See, I automatically have a failure, so that is a 0. It is neutral, though. I didn't.
So we get this impression that it wasn't
Sometimes-
a school.
Sometimes Virgil or Sophia teaches us things.
When Sophia's
Yeah,
not paying
Those aren't
attention.
teachers.
They're
They're
like
teaching
if,
us
that's
things.
like if
That's
my
what a
that's
teacher is.
like if
I
my
mean,
dad
they
was
are my
like,
teachers,
here's how
but, like-
everything should work, and then
Yeah, that's
we
called
believed
propaganda.
Really,
They're
you
No,
our
that
propaganda.
is called propaganda.
Well, Sophia now, because
I mean,
Virgil's
you don't
apparently
really learn
dead.
anything about the areas outside of your town, right?
I mean, we do. All that.
I don't know.
Toss a recall from there.
Good question.
I as
Can you tell
Emma,
me
who is
one thing,
super knowledgeable about this city, knows nothing about anything outside
So
of it.
between Virgil and Sophia, Alois has gotten like some information about like mostly just the surrounding towns, but like not a
Not
heck of a
outside of the
lot.
mountain range.
Not really, no, because
I
like,
mean,
she's working to be a priest
Nora
for
and
the area.
Fasan.
It's
There's-
mostly about you, who
Yeah.
loves learning new things.
Vera looks like she's thinking for a moment, and then she thinks there's more air at the bottom of the mountain, and people will get sick if they stay down there too long.
No. Counterpoint, no.
Wait. We used that from. Wait.
Airsick Lowlander.
Yeah, that's exactly what in my head. I don't remember where it's from.
It's a rock from Stormlight.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've learned a
No,
lot of things in the past about lots of places that are bigger than this, and that is like all of them but this one.
We're kind of high up.
Yeah.
There's too much air. It fills up your head.
No.
Um,
That's
There's
that's
enough
not how that
air
works.
to be
I'm
conducive
sorry,
to
but
learning how to
no.
read.
Yeah, there is enough air conducive to learning how to read when you're down lower, unless you're too low, and then that's a problem.
That's
Yeah,
called
the-
the ocean.
No, I
don't
was-
like
I was
the
saying, like,
ocean.
under-
Oh, yeah, there's also
Well,
oceans.
Well, I get to
There
the
are
outer
oceans
realms,
down
right?
Hmm?
You know,
Hello?
in the spirit world, outer
yeah,
realms are beyond underground.
yeah, the
Yeah.
outer realms are. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're in like a dome.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
we're
dig
in-
Well, yeah,
too
but
much,
there's
you
a
might
little bit
fall
of
out of the
space.
world.
Yeah.
We're a globe. We're
We're
on the
falling-
inside of the
Yeah,
circle.
we fall out of the
So
world.
much.
We go too far.
Dig a hole
The
too
center
deep and you
circle
might
is
fall out
up.
of the world.
Yeah,
We're basically living on the inside of a Dyson sphere.
pretty much.
Anyways, I mean, I don't really like those guys, but like
They suck.
they do suck. But this one is like on a scale of like the nicest to the least nice.
And like, it was a big spooky pyramid with a lightning orb on top, and he was doing some kind of ritual. Have you never read any storybook ever? That was obviously,
Problem.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, but you don't mess with people like that. They're scary. And like that spirit's
are we
like one of
supposed
to know
the
that?
nicer ones.
We all lived.
And how are
This
we
one
supposed to know that the
tends
nice
to be
one was the one
kind of
being summoned?
isolationist, to the point of neglecting his lands. That's the reason he even has a rebellion in his lands at all.
Yeah, this one's like isolationist. He probably doesn't want to be here anyway.
We all lived. How
Like,
bad can it be?
And
Number-
how are we
like-
supposed to
Ow!
know that's the one?
Ow! Points to Brett. Ow!
like,
Also,
you know
so many people were hurt.
the numbered 1 through
Points
we
to
all
Ernie.
lived.
So you-
Ow!
you would
We were
know.
all alive.
You know,
Ernie.
actually, you probably have all their names memorized. Honestly, there's like a song where all their names are listed in their virtues.
Do.
It's like the president.
You gotta
song.
sing it out. You
Yeah.
gotta sing it out because you don't remember what letter in the alphabet.
You just,
Anyways,
you
you
just
gotta
goes
sing
into
through the
another
alphabet.
language, just like. Yeah, that one's the
He's the 4th one.
That's the
Who
fourth one.
brought light to the streets and truth to scholars.
I mean, like, how are we
Light to the
supposed
street, order to the stars, and truth
Naruto?
to the scholars.
Yeah, I'll just say.
Oh, he's a knowledge deity.
What?
All of them are.
Like,
Ooh, I would get along great with that baby, or I'd kill them all. Either way.
Number 1 is
The guy who makes guns.
yeah. I mean, rails I think it's like rails between cities, weapons for the defense of the homeland, and
just singing it out. Just go through. Is only gonna sing the 4th one in this dialect. In this language.
It doesn't rhyme the right way.
Yeah, it doesn't
Like
rhyme
if you
right.
say Z at the end of the alphabet, it doesn't work. X, Y, and Z.
Third
The
one.
rhymes don't
It doesn't
translate.
rhyme well in your guys' language.
It's not a really good song, honestly. It doesn't sound like a song.
It sounds actually pretty good in our language.
What does it sound like in yours?
I'll just sing it out.
Yeah, that
Oh,
definitely
you're
sounds
making-
better.
I don't have all the 13 set up like already. We're gonna do that.
No, I know.
No,
But Yeager knows it, and
It
we'll
was
sing
only,
it out,
it
and
was
it'll
only the
sound
3rd
nice.
and the 4th I actually thought up already by now.
Eh,
Oh,
doesn't matter that much. But
How
there's
many of them have changed since I last checked in their damn country?
Oh, that's actually an interesting question.
It's been like 300 years since I was over there. What the fuck's up with that?
The lower number, like you, can like if there's a gap, the higher numbers get dropped down in number, and the gap's always at the 13th spot. It's
Okay.
moved to the 13th spot. So the lower the number, the older they are, and the only been part of this group.
I have to relearn it a couple times.
So it's like the ones near the end constantly get changed out.
What?
That's a tell.
Yeah.
Spirits of the land don't change over that often.
Yeah, I know.
Well, actually, the last like
The-
4
the
or
13th
5
ones? Yeah, they do.
change semi-regularly.
Yeah, they come up with new rhymes for ones that get added all the time. I mean, not like all the time, but like.
fairly
frequently.
Yeah, not infrequently. At one point, they made me memorize all of them back to the beginning of the.
It was semi-regularly. I mean,
You
like
just
once
said
every
that they
5 or so
like
years.
die or something all the time. We can take them, right?
No, this one's a
No.
higher number.
Lower
Number. It's one of the ones that's more important because it's closer to 0. And they don't die as much. This guy's kind of lackadaisical, but like
He's been around long enough that I've heard his name.
yeah.
Like
Very briefly in
One thing-
passing, but
one thing you like, you might know this actually. Like this guy, this guy has like more records of people having claims to see him than any others.
He likes socializing.
But that's just in the city that he rules.
He likes going to bars and stuff.
Um,
Making his people eat.
But that's like partially because he just maintains more avatars at a time than anyone else.
Yeah, he likes being the most present in the world, but also like he's kind of also the most like set apart from the world by his own choice.
He doesn't care about like politics. He cares about his own business.
Yeah.
very localized.
I think
Oh my God,
at this point,
Antonio
Brett
would
will
love
like set a hand on Vera's shoulder and just kind of nudge her back a bit.
Oh yeah,
and,
the merchant guy would love him.
and just
Okay.
well, whatever the situation in the Republic, we should probably try and find this water lily and figure out what her side of this situation is. Once we have more information, we can decide which course of action we want to take.
If she's the one who made our crops grow, then I can't say that's
Yeah, she's
not
helping.
something I'm not thankful for.
I mean, yeah, she's helping, but like she's not actively hunting that Mabel. If she wants to offer to do that, then I'd be super down for that. But unless she's actively agreed to help us hunt down Mabel, I think the best course of action is to take her out and then get this spirit of whatever the fuck to help us. Because
Or
like,
at least to leave.
yeah, I mean,
We're the elder hall, and then also like Seth and a kid.
Seth
Two
fully
kids,
is my elder
yeah.
character.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure how old.
He's not old. He's 26.
It's just
but
the
like,
vibe.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the energy of being
He
young.
comes for the fucking insanity of the two of us.
Yeah, he loves being around the elders.
Okay.
He
comes
doesn't
for
have a
fake
vote,
news.
but like,
If it, at the very least, we do need to find whether or not she's around here.
Waterloo.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think she's made it pretty
She's
clear
probably
she's
here.
around.
She or something else related to the
I mean, the guy
Is
seems
it
pretty
Fallen
convinced.
yes, she or something else related to the Fallen Leaf Ascendancy is
Yeah.
here. However, if it is Water Lily specifically, we don't know that for sure.
Yeah, we should find out who's here first, and then we'll check about the person if it isn't.
Considering that this is a thing.
What's this?
Just
Are you being hot now?
no, there's his hand being actually functional,
Oh, yeah.
despite I put
And the fact that you got hot overnight. My sister's gonna be pissed about that, by the way.
it's fun. Just like
What did happen to you down there?
so
Ate a fruit.
I apparently lay claim to a fruit from a different god, and
To be fair, Sap did cover for Marrow.
yeah, he I came into contact with it. He showed Sap showed up, and then like because I didn't really move, he just put the fruit in my hand, and then while the whole rest of the conversation was going on, I just launched on it. It
Yeah,
was very good.
some of us did get little gifts from him. Though.
Yes, you got a bow. There's
Knife.
and a knife.
Norl got a knife. Yeah.
So,
And so now I have a fully
Rebecca
functional
got
hand
a
and a
spear through the chest.
2 things of
interesting
note.
limb.
I'm like running up around the time where I want to end the session. I'm done.
yeah, that's fair. I kind of
You
want
guys can
to
roleplay as
record-
much as you want. I'm thinking, you want to do EXP? We can do it later. We don't have to do it now. Just as a remind me at the beginning of the next session.
I mean, we can do it now. It's not like it'd
Yeah.
take more than a minute.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this at the time, but Yidra would try to either legitimately like do a rubbing of the page that you made, or like
I'm not sure
just
if
wants to
you-
collect it somehow, or like put it in there, just sketch it back into their journal.
I mean, you could
I
probably
have
duplicate
an
it.
actual sketch of what it actually looks like further back. I can
Yeah.
Flips back a handful of pages and shows the
Sketches it.
actual appearance.
He's gonna sketch it as well.
And
Just
and it
sort
is-
of
Keep that
yeah,
away
and
from.
this one is just the same
I'm
thing
not gonna go
twice,
near
but the
this
actual
guy.
one has the
That's
actual
very fair.
image of what was going on with the fallen ascendancy side of that, because Nora doesn't like the idea
We
of
don't know how much we can
Yeah.
actually trust him.
That's reasonable.
So, one little detail, but I realize you guys were kind of confused about technology in this setting. Part of making technologies like these work is the influence of the spirit of the land they're from. They're like their perception of how the world works. Like, for example, if they believe through their discoveries of the world that something works a certain way, it does, as long as they imprint themselves on it enough. And the longer it spends outside their territory, the more that fades. So there's certain technologies that only work either when like frequently recharged by them, or if they're a magical item from them, or if they just frequently visit the territory or are in the territory.
So we couldn't build a railroad line. Cry.
The SEO probably kind of figured it out in some ways and have prototypes already going in
Of
their
course.
city. Like, the closest to actual technology exists in the city, SEO's capital, in this setting.
Yep.
But
Although it's underground.
the
It's the library of
it's the
Lang.
subway.
It goes up and down. It probably doesn't go up and down.
the Democratic Republic of the Guildred is run by quote unquote philosopher kings.
Even knows that.
I think most of us who are educated know that.
You.
At least outside
So
of the
a
city.
very small percentage of this town.
Okay, let's do it. If we're gonna do XP, we can do it.
Okay.
We're doing Shard and
Meryl
Rats
got
now.
very
while it's
little
time.
in terms
Okay.
of.
Vera. Only thing Vera did was the conversation about like random things, jumping in
Well, you made a low
about getting
XP
lectured.
session.
So yeah,
What?
not much.
Mention character and role, and I'll just go.
Vera's active role is Horizon Seeker, which didn't do much of that this session.
Honestly, I'm not sure I would give any XP for that.
Yeah,
Okay, pass.
she
Next.
barely appeared. Brett, host of the Elder Hall, was doing that this session.
I'll give 1 XP for that.
Goes up to 7. Nora's current active role is Bookworm.
You did a lot of bookworming. I'll give 1 XP.
All right.
Emma's a chatterbox and an observer, both of which were not super relevant. but
I'll give 1
they
XP for that. You're here. You were behaving.
I didn't really have any other
interacting.
characters that were around.
Okay,
Whatever.
then next, Mars.
Eat collector. I did that a bit.
Did you?
Yeah, I was collecting like observations. I was.
On the conversation.
I also took a drawing of the actual stuff.
Sure, I'll give 1 XP.
Seth, survivalist, didn't come up at all.
No.
And Findry, I didn't actually play her at all, but she did her compassionate wardkeeper stuff with lane fighting.
You sent a letter.
I did send a letter trying to protect the kids.
Sure, I'll give you 1.
And then I
Matthew?
think
Hendersonson, compiler. I've made several active steps towards killing Mabel.
Yeah, I'll give you an XP.
Woohoo!
It's not like 100% in line with your main purpose, but it's close enough.
Hey, you know, I'm correcting errors.
Letter in the book.
Yeah, I don't want repeat entries in a record.
Yeah, exactly. If I wrote down their death, that's the end of their fucking story.
Or
I
should
don't
be.
think Sense of Pain came up at all, except for me trying to keep Brett in the Elder's Hall.
Yeah, didn't do anything contract related for Nora.
Yeah.
You don't have to do something contract related to get resonance.
Oh.
So
Guys.
I've been
Oh, do you like
hurt.
Really?
I'm
No,
in
not getting
pain.
resonance.
Yeah.
I didn't even get
And you have it
resonance.
around You have been tending. Yeah, I'll give you one residence with like tending to sick people and being in pain yourself. Those two work together.
Hey, I was being a pain.
I assume
was
I did
keeping her from doing stuff.
I assume I did nothing worth milestone leveling my contract.
No.
Yeah, no, I'll save it.
I've been problematic.
Did not do anything that lines up with like
You asked
piercing
questions
stuff?
and did some deceit, which is kind of counter to your nature, actually.
A liar.
Lose of progress.
Die immediately.
No. Explode.
Don't pass go to jail.
Going, hurt. Hurt. Hurt.
Yep. I still don't have a second roll for Eloise.
You
Whoa.
can figure that out.
I know.
Like, yeah, just
I mean, you could do like.
more further war dumps.
You
Number
don't-
4, this guy.
Yeah.
Like his main specialty is the storage and transportation of energy or electricity.
Oh, energy. Okay.
Because
you're gonna say knowledge and to murder this man.
energy more generally, but he specializes in electricity, or at least it's his current like bad hobby.
It's like, wow, this lightning stuff.
Well, he's like, oh wait, I can have my minions move on under my will through electricity being applied to muscles. That's really cool. I can like do shit at a
Torture them.
I could do shit at a distance. Just
Only
fine.
so painful.
It's so funny being like the devotee of your god and him being like,
But you need to eat more. What the fuck?
Any-
Go to a bar.
So
look like
any
Bitch, you live like
any
this?
residence XP for Nora or no?
bitch, you live like this?
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Nothing for bookworm.
Hmm?
Oh,
I
did you
got
get
one.
one for
I got
bookworm?
1 XP for bookworm.
I'm guessing that Marrow did not get XP for Defiant Remnant.
Depending on how long next session.
No,
goes,
you were
I might-
kind of
angsty
like-
and withholding information and defiant.
Yeah, you were. I don't know. I think
I'll give you an
it's
XP.
people
You're kind of
in the shed,
needling a godlike
which
being.
is only 3 of us.
Because on the basis of
There's some
it
people
being
that send
what you
characters to
decided
assist in
was
this
the right thing
Fuck
to do.
you! I was
That
dealing with the
tracks.
plague. Nobody else is helping me.
Yeah, of course I'm not
I
helping.
tried to help you.
I
What
don't
if I could?
care.
Yeah, nobody's helping me enough for me to make a pay out of it now.
Technically,
I'm sorry.
My
Alright.
second in command doesn't
Okay.
have a player behind it.
It's just
helping
me sending
people.
letters.
Honestly, I think that man's gonna
should
do better than
probably
you are at
erase
taking over
that.
this village.
Yeah.
He's nice and cunning.
No,
He's
seriously.
everything we
He's
need.
ideal.
He's the
Also-
excellent figurehead.
I am still recording, so.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
He's an excellent figurehead.